Alright, so here is our boulet that just leapt out of the ground. Let me see here. Where's my numbers? Okay, here we go. Alright, so we've got initiatives for everybody.
Remember, I go first.
I remember you went dead last.
No!
CyRATo was on a 26, Alekma was on a 19, Annie a 6, Britannica 4.
We're playing golf style, so it's the lowest.
Oh, okay.
The highest.
And I've got to roll initiative for the new boulet. And see where he goes in the mix.
It's pronounced bullet.
It is not. It is not. It's boulet.
It's more like boo-nay. Because we're gonna say nay.
Good one.
Existing.
Or just boo. Just leave it at that.
No.
Right.
Never that.
I can't do anything to this thing.
Yeah, you can. You can stab it. All right. Okay.
For 0 damage?
No,
Punch
you
it
can
more.
do some damage.
Take
You just
some
have to
hits
hit
like
it.
a man.
I did, and it took me down by half health.
Jump on its back and
Yeah,
ride
that's
it
not
like a
great.
bucket
That's
bronco.
That's what I was going to try to do. Actually.
All right. Okay. So top of the morning to you. So CyRATo, you're up first.
Yeah.
So yeah, this thing literally just burst out of the ground. A shower of rocks and dirt descended upon everybody, and it landed, crash, right on the pathway. You were tucked behind this tree here.
I got back there because I wanted to get out of sight from all these things. So, do I see any like weaknesses in armor at joints or anything like that?
I mean, not really. I mean, this thing. I mean, it is. I mean, it does have, like overlapping, like armor plated, like Chitanius armor, but it's pretty thick and pretty heavy. I mean, let me put it to you this way: mechanically, yes, you can backstab it.
Okay.
So, should you successfully backstab it, we could assume you found one of those chinks in the armor.
Okay. Okay. Then I am definitely going to wait for it to turn its back to me.
Okay, so you're gonna stay crouched behind the tree and hold your action?
Absolutely, until it rears its hind quarters in my face.
Okay.
Then thus I stabbeth it.
Okay. All right. Alekma, you big, grey, beautiful druid. What do you want to do? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna be backing up a little bit.
Okay. I believe you still have
Inspiration.
Well, no, you have inspiration, but didn't you have
Gonna
call
use it
lightning?
already.
I do. I have like 4 shots left, maybe 5.
Yeah, so you've
I'll
still
take
got some
4.
charges of call lightning that you used on the first one.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up my movement and then throw my beautiful spear.
Okay. Launch that spear.
Huh.
All right, a
Oh.
14. Your spear ricochets off the top of its impressively thick armor and glances off into the trees, of course, momentarily before it vanishes, only to reappear in your hand at the start of the next turn. All right, it is its turn to play now. Seeing that its friend is dead,
Its friend sounds like his daughter.
whatever it was.
Yeah, well, at least friend. That's better.
Yeah, his buddy.
Like his
little
big
baby
buddy,
boy.
old pal.
Yeah.
Snugs is behind the tree. Let's see.
Alright.
So we've got a
Very hidden.
big floating Britannica creature here, and then we have an Annie Sinclair here, an Evie
Yeah.
here, and an Alekma over here. Decisions. When it comes to times like this, I personally think it's nicer to roll randomly. Alright. 1, 2, or a 3, it's going to make a beeline for Alekma, seeing as he just actually attacked it. 4, 5, or a 6, seeing as it didn't hit it, it's going to concentrate its fire on one of you that killed its friends. Let's see. Alekma.
Son of a...
All right. In that case, it is going to charge at Alekma. Okay. As the mighty Boule launches itself towards you, it opens its huge maw-like mouth and attempts to chomp down on your druidic self.
Yeah, it hits.
It
Just
might
calling
not.
it.
It hits. Okay.
It's like maybe. I mean, nope.
All right. The teeth come gnashing down and graze across your right shoulder, doing 13 points of damage. All right. Fortunately for you, it moved, so that's all it can do is one attack.
Thanks.
Annie St. Clair, what do you want to do?
Right, but instead, I am going to be like, and I'm going to run across to the tail end here. And I'm going to try to hit it with Smite. And
Okay.
I guess
Invoke thy smitiness and
Okay.
attempt.
Sure.
Alekma has attacked it already, therefore you do get flanking.
Hell yeah. Okay. I swing at it for 31.
Oh, that's a hit. Okay.
Yes.
Was that 15 points of damage including the smite?
It was including the smite.
All right, okay. You strike it on the rear end with a resounding thwack, cracking one of the tail plates of armor. Britannica, you're up.
Yes. Okay. So I want to fly over the top of it. I'm going to try to stay out of its gaping maw.
Okay.
But I want to be back behind here, and I want to try to hack down on him from behind like
Okay.
that.
All right. Make a single attack. Do you have power attack?
I do.
Okay. Not that I'm saying you should use it. I'm just reminding you that you have power attack.
I do remember. I just never know how to use it.
Well, don't let that stop you from using it.
Yeah.
I know.
All that basically what you do is you give up a point of to hit
Right.
for a point of damage. Except because you have a two-handed weapon, you gain 2 points of damage. So if you
Right.
sacrifice 3 points of to hit, you can increase your damage by 6.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember being, but
Yep.
because he's harder to hit,
That's the flip side. I
That's
just wanted to
the-
make sure you remembered that you had it and knew that it was an option.
yeah, I knew that it's just better for,
Yeah. And of course,
Higher.
you do have flanking as well.
yes, okay. Well, let's just go with a regular one and see how that goes. But I don't want to use that on something with a high AC, right?
In general, no. In general,
Yeah,
it's better
that's
for
what I
whopping
thought.
out cannon fodder, but when the
you
shit
hit pretty
hits the
hard,
fan,
though, so-
sometimes getting a big mega hit, if you've got a good to hit roll, can be
Yeah.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, let's try this and we'll see how it goes.
alrighty. Take a swing with thy mighty axe.
Ha-cha!
Choppy, choppy.
Why does it take so long?
I don't know, because it was quick for everybody else. I think it's...
It's only the full attack. For whatever reason, it just takes a while to compute.
Well, it shouldn't be a full attack. It should only be a single attack.
20!
That wouldn't count.
No, because you only
Oh,
get a
wait,
single
what?
attack because you moved.
Oh, no!
So you can't have that second one, I'm afraid.
That's so
Only the first one
sad.
counts.
Son of
The
a
good news is, though, the first one does hit, so you've done
Good
15
hit.
additional points of damage.
Whatever, I don't care.
Yep, sorry everyone, sorry.
I wasted my one yell for the day.
Yep.
Damn it.
You don't get the full attack if you fly over there. You only get single attack.
20!
It's like, yes,
All right,
loudest my
Checks it off.
CyRATo to Yumm, you're up next, my friend.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get behind this thing, flank it, and try to stab it.
Okay, yep. You can position yourself to the rear of
Probably
it.
too far then. So this is too. I can. Yeah, it has to be behind it. Okay. So I'm gonna go and just kind of do like a little cool little roll.
Ha! Okay.
And then stab on forward.
All right. It's made the same thing. So you're gonna make a single attack with your short sword, the blade of Penumbra. I'm
trying to remember if I don't hit this thing for enough damage. If I do hit it, my sneak attack does not count. Correct? Or was that a different monster? I'm not trying to metagame. I just wanted to know.
No, it was a different monster.
Okay, never mind.
But in general, you are correct. If something has a damage resistance, if you do not beat the DR, you don't get the crit damage.
Okay, I wouldn't know that, so if it's a different monster, so I'm just gonna attack.
Right. And you've got the flanking as well, because of...
Yep. Got it. Hacha!
17, I'm afraid, is not enough. So, you strike at it and bounce off of its chitinous armor.
Great.
Alright, Alekma. You who stands at the business end of this thing. Oh, I forgot to... I actually forgot Evie.
Yeah, what's Evie doing, huh?
She will run in and make her 2 attacks. That's a hit.
Okay.
And that is not. Okay. So... she runs in and she will slash it for an additional 9 points of damage. Okay. Something's better than nothing. Alright, Alekma.
I am seeing like the swarm occurring on this thing. I'm going to be that dumb little druid and stay in it and do an attack on it.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't put flanking in, but this has flanking, it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, look what you just did. That's nice, isn't it?
But hey, I rolled a 20! Right, Sass? Come on. I rolled a 20 on my fumble table. That counts.
I mean, I guess it does, right?
I mean, I guess it does.
Well, technically it...
Does it count?
That's a good, because it was only rolled after you messed up. That's a good...
Well, because the fumbles don't actually go with that. So your actual fumble was a 1. Ouch, you struck yourself. Roll the damage as normal, but apply the damage to you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't melee.
Dick, yeah. How hard do you hit, Saget? Go ahead and dish
I
that
rolled
out.
a 16!
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
So you rear back with the spear, and as you go to throw it, the thing's head butts the spear, it drives it down and slams into your own foot for 16 points of damage.
Oh shit. That's
My Christmas gift is going to be like a turd, isn't it?
Man. Yeah, so that was fun.
Can I fall on the ground and like play dead?
My foot. Hey, if it's any consolation, the monsters can do that too. So. Yeah,
but I'm no longer a threat to it, right? You know?
No, you're prone and easy to kill. No. All right. It's its turn. So it's being swarmed from behind. You didn't do anything. So I think logic. It's going to use its movement to swing around.
Why? No, it wouldn't.
Why wouldn't it? It just got smacked by a huge axe and stabbed by a scimitar. And it is going to let loose with claw attack. It's got a full attack, so it gets 2 claws and a bite. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So Snugs, Jane, and Crispy, you're all getting an attack. Let's see who's lucky and gets the bite.
I didn't hit it.
Yeah, but you're there.
Friend.
You're there.
But it doesn't know I'm What if I made big smile?
All right, Crispy, you're getting the bite.
No.
Yeah, because it likes you the most.
Though.
Okay, you don't
in
get
that
the
case.
All right,
yeah.
so basically it spins around, it snaps up into the air at Crispy. A 20?
Misses.
Misses. So basically it's like
Wow.
You get a
huge
feather.
teeth snap and miss. And then its claw attacks.
No, not those two.
No, not for you. They're
Oh,
one.
good.
They're for us.
Great.
All right, so 1 for Jane, or for that's a miss,
Yes.
and 1 at Snugs.
Yeah.
That's a hit. All right, one of the
Bye-bye.
claws digs in deep, and will do a total of
Mama. Do it.
11 points of damage to CyRATo de Yumm, as you're raised and raped by the
I will
huge,
never
gnarly
not love
claws.
that.
All right, Annie St. Clair. You still have flanking.
I still
Do
have
you
flanking.
really? I don't think
Ow.
you get flanking for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Don't
do
help.
a full attack. I shouldn't get flanking from you. Full attack here.
It's just like impaled my foot in the ground. I'm stuck there. You know.
Two swings.
Both missed.
What?
If that's including flanking, both missed.
It is.
Alrighty, then you did not hit it. Evie will make her
I need to
attack.
get higher than a 20. I'm never gonna hit this thing.
There's no way.
She will miss,
That's terrible.
and she will miss again. Okay, Britannica.
Dude,
Now you
kill
can
it.
make a full attack.
Okay.
2 crits. Come on, let's go.
How's it looking?
Fine.
Well,
It's battered and
reasonable
bruised, but it is
question.
still in a very healthy state.
okay. I'm gonna try.
It's taken no significant damage. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I can't remember. Is my light thing, my flash, is that a bonus action or is that a full action? Because I don't have that really.
It's a
written.
bonus action, but you've done
I
it
wouldn't get a
twice
full
today. Do you
attack.
have any left?
Huh? I should have. Didn't I get? Oh, it's just 1 per day. Oh, it's the spells I get 3 per day. Sorry, never
it's
mind.
a special ability. You don't
Yes.
think you have any more of those?
I was thinking of it like my other spells. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Never mind.
So unfortunately, no.
I'll just smash it then.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get a flank
Literally
too?
our only.
Yep. You
Yeah,
get flanking
hit.
+2.
Try a power attack.
Oh, +2.
2 for flanking. Yep.
You think I should?
I don't know.
I think I can hit it. I just want to hit it hard.
It's up to you, I guess.
I'm the only one that can hit it.
Yeah, you really
If I
are.
miss,
all of
then-
you can hit it.
Well,
With a 20.
Alekma can hit it if he actually can hit it, as opposed to himself. Both of those hit.
woo,
That's 30
woo.
points of damage. Nice.
Ooh.
All right.
Let me shoot your gun.
Alright.
That's what my axe makes now.
When you swing your axe, it makes pew pew sounds.
Pew,
What is this,
pew.
Fortnite? Like.
When I do a good job, it does.
All right. Okay. Top of the morning to you. It's next round. CyRATo de Yumm.
Okay, so I'm pretty much gonna go around the side of it, like, just kind of side skirting it, not going out of 5-foot range,
Okay.
and just coming up behind it again. And I'm gonna try to do it again.
You absolutely can do that. So single attack with Blade of Penumbra, and you do have flanking because of Annie.
Yes, haha!
Come on. Please.
Ha ha ha!
Please. Shit.
Afraid not. Not enough. Sorry.
Do it again.
Alekma.
Yeah.
Lecky poo. Fresh from your smarting as you stabbed yourself with your.
I just don't want it to turn its attention to me, but I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Oh,
Hiya! Stab it in the backside.
22 is just enough. You have it, so you're going to stab it for 12. Okay.
Yay!
Nice damage.
Shut
There
up.
you go. I mean, it's as little as you can do, but hey, still 12,
Something.
right? That's nice. All right. It's its turn again. All right. I think logically, just going with what's happening here. So, the only person that's really done a lot of significant damage is that flying thing above it. So it is going to leap into the air.
Oh shit.
And it is going to do its full bore,
Not if
nasty,
it
try
jumps.
to take you out attack.
oh
Can't do
dang!
that
Oh,
if it
shit.
jumps.
No.
No.
All right. So yeah, it's going to leap straight up. As it does so imagine like a great white shark as it bursts out of the water and kind of turns sideways before it splashes down. That's what this thing does, except as it turns up, it brings all 4 claws to bear, front and back. All right. So 1, 2,
Miss.
3, 4.
You got me twice.
All right. Okay. So
Oh,
it hits you
shit.
with 2 of its claws. So combine the damage. So let's see. What's that for? Okay, it took its time, I guess.
What's that for?
What's that
Yeah,
for?
I just saw that too.
All right. So the first
Doesn't
one.
count.
Of course, you get your damage reduction to take off of this. The first one hits for 13,
Okay.
and the second one will hit for 9. All right, that's not too bad.
No.
You're still good. You're still good. You're still loaded with 3 hit points. All right, it comes crashing back down to the ground. Annie, you may make an attack. How high up were you? I mean, you were high enough up to be able to hit it, right? So,
Yeah, how high are you in the air right now? Me?
Me?
Christy.
I mean,
I'm
you
trying
were
to
above
see
it to be
it.
able to hit
Jane.
it. So she was above it to be able
I'm
to
on
hit
the
it. So
ground.
obviously she's not that high. Okay, so that's not going to matter. Okay, Annie, you're up.
Let's see. She hasn't had her turn yet, right? Okay, so I'm gonna see Britannica get hit twice, and I'm gonna yell out, "Get down here, Kaylee!" I'm gonna ready my action.
What?
Ready my.
What?
I
What?
can heal you.
Okay, do it!
I can't reach you. Come here.
Oh my god.
You're flying
So-
around. I can't touch you.
Jump!
I am holding my action until she's within reach, so I can.
Okay, so you're going to hold your
use,
action for that. Okay, Evie.
Lay on hands. Yeah.
All right, Evie is going to try to charge in and attack as well. Oh dear. Try as she might, she cannot penetrate the armor of this colossal beast. Britannica.
Okay, so hearing Annie say that to me, I'm gonna like hover over.
They're going to fly
her?
down to Annie height.
Yes,
Okay,
Awesome.
I'll be in
Annie, you
position
can get to
there.
use your held action.
but I'm.
Touch you.
Touch
Do
me?
lay on hands for 28 points.
Thank you.
Okay, 28-point heal for you, and you can
Thank
still
you.
make an attack if you wish.
Yes, I'm gonna do that, but just a 1 attack, correct? With a.
But with flanking.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Go.
solid hit for 19.
Nice.
Okay, your massive axe crashes down into its right arm, and it kind of buckles underneath the strike of the blow. It's still alive, but now it seems to be somewhat immobile, as it seems you've done some
Thank you.
serious damage to that right front leg.
Perfect.
CyRATo, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna stab him again.
All right, full attack though
Full
this
attack
time.
This time. Hiya!
Aha!
And haha.
And neither of those is going to hit.
This is so stupid.
Hooey! You do remember you have the other ability, right?
Yeah, I do.
Patient strike? Okay. Just,
Yeah.
just you know,
Use it.
just in
I'm
case you
aware.
forgot. Okay. Alekma, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to stab it in the butt.
Stab it in the butt. Poke, poke. Stab it in the butt. Poke, poke. Okay.
I forgot flanking too again, but here it is.
That's a hit.
Yay! Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
I
Let's see.
blue. Oh, yeah.
Because I did one max, one not max on my die
Yeah.
roll.
Green.
Think you're so special?
Okay, you stab it hard in the back thigh. That leg starts to buckle. This thing now is like barely able to stand or walk. It is looking seriously hurt. Based on that, I'm going to give it 1 bite and only 1 claw attack. So Annie, you can have the bite.
Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, sir. Can I have another? All right, it lunges forward.
Miss, please.
And attempts to chomp down on your delicious RNG goodness for 26.
It
Okay.
hits.
All right. Its Colossal Maul will do 16 points of damage.
Owie.
Oh, jeez.
Its remaining claw that it can strike with, as the other one is already pretty badly damaged, lashes out towards Britannica, but with the pain that it's in, it's kind of like a half-hearted attack. As it starts to claw, it realizes it can't really fully support its weight. So before the claw lands, it kind of drops it down in front of it and places it down on the ground to hold itself up and keep itself supported. Annie, you're up.
Okay, feeling a little hurt from that bite, I am going to rage and attack twice. Wish I could
Rage? What'd you become? We switched characters. We just imported
yes,
in.
I would like to rage. Smash!
She's
I
a
attack
Barbadin.
She
twice.
brings Tolgar in for.
Ah! Fuck. Okay,
well, that's
another-
2 hits, but
those are
one of them
20.
is a crit.
You quit your pants!
Oh, right,
yeah, so?
okay, so both of those are going to strike the target, and you are going to kill it. How do you want to take it out?
Oh,
So you're hitting it twice with your mighty sword, Serenity's Fury.
I lop its tongue off and it accidentally swallows it and chokes and dies.
Okay, that's an interesting death moment. Okay, yep. As it opens its mouth, then to chomp down on you, as its teeth gnash against your flesh, you lash out, chopping its tongue off with the first hit, smacking it under the chin with the second hit. Its head rears back. You hear a loud gulp, and it starts to go. Blood is showered all over the place, and the thing collapses on the floor, no longer moving. You have slain the second of these beasts. Suddenly, there's a huge eruption from the ground. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
fuck,
kidding.
okay.
I was gonna scream.
You still have a scream left for today.
Yes.
All right. The mighty beast drops to the ground as the owl circles overhead once more, letting out a couple of loud screeches as it kind of swoops down and does a low kind of buzz over the top of the second boule that was killed. Whoosh. Okay. The things are dead. Evie kind of steps back, wipes the blood off of her sword on the grass. And Senarind, up in the tree, is kind of like, oh, I must confess, it is a terrible feeling to feel so useless in such a situation. If I had my powers, I could have fireballed and lightning bolted that thing into the next dimension.
I'm sure you would have.
All I can say is I am eternally grateful for your aid and the fact that you were able to defend me and my friend from such a terrible onslaught.
Right. Do you need help coming off of that tree? You good?
Actually, I wouldn't mind a helping hand down. That would certainly be preferable.
While he does that, I'm going to cure moderate wounds on myself.
Okay. All right. 14 points of deliciousness for you. Okay.
Broken and bruised. I help him down.
Okay, he gets down from the tree. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear.
You're welcome. What were those things?
Good job, team. Team effort.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. A
I'm
whole
not
team.
entirely sure what they were. They were clearly hideous, armored, underground brutes of some kind.
I just limp over to the group, having stabbed my foot. Yeah, team effort. It's good.
All right, Evie's going to run around and check on Centerinch to make sure he's okay.
I'm gonna check Cyrano's weapons to see if they're actually sharp or not.
You wouldn't have seen if I did.
I just want to make sure you didn't replace these with rubber.
Right, the
They're
owl.
sharp
I
swords.
stab you.
So the owl actually flies
Like to see
right
that.
down in amongst the group of you, and like literally comes down so low that it buzzes between Cyrano and Britannica, and then
I catch it.
does like a banking move between Alekma and Annie, as it lets out a loud screech and then flies over and lands on this tree.
It's attacking us again.
It's Tristan.
Right.
I think.
Buzz in the tower, man. Easy.
I'm gonna limp over, and you're gonna be like,
Want?
"Don't worry about it. Thank you, Tristan." I'm gonna shout up into the tree in common.
All right, he lets out a loud owl screech, like because that's what owls sound like.
Did he flip me the bird, or is that a you got it, bud? we're bros now.
The literal
What kind
bird.
of
Yeah, is that owl's
Not an
Okay, it
insult
kind
for
of like
them,
he
though.
flutters
It's a
his wings
compliment.
out like, and then like puts them back in unison on his back.
I give the thumbs up, turn my back to him, and be like, "Now I know how Christy feels when I'm a horse." And then I'll go back.
As you're walking back, so
that's
he
not talking to the owl, I'm
flies
talking to you,
back
Jay.
behind you, and this time he buzzes so low that his claws actually scratch the top of your head, doing like a point of damage.
Hey, get your owl under control.
Dick owl.
And
Do you
then
need me to
after
catch
that, he continues to kind of buzz past you, banks around in a huge semicircle, and lands again on this tree.
Turn around. I guess he wants me to go over there, or is he? I mean, he's obviously trying to tell me something because he didn't want me to go away. So yeah, I'm gonna limp under the tree to have bird time.
Have bird time?
I don't know. It's like a gesture, a
Ew.
romantic gesture or something.
We're gonna get
What
down
is
and
that all
birdie.
about? Bird time.
No, I'm gonna go into the tree and
That's
look up.
foul.
Oh!
It's
No.
bird time again. Okay. Hey, druids.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
they love nature just too much. Okay.
Well,
All
yeah.
right, so you've gone back over to the tree. What's everybody else doing? Over by the corpses of the two dead bulle.
I'm gonna keep an eye on what's going on with Alekma. So I'm gonna just I'm not gonna go all the way over there, but I'm gonna,
Okay.
in case I need to catch it again.
I was gonna walk over to the hole and just be like, huh. Just kind of look down there to see if I can see anything.
One jumps out. And
Yeah, it just gets me.
So,
All right,
yeah.
yeah, you kind of peer down there. It's just a huge black tunnel into the earth.
Cool. All right. I'm just gonna turn around and just kind of check over here.
I'm going to start putting dirt.
Give me
in the hole.
do me a favor. Give
Yeah.
me a spot check, Cyrano, as you turn around and head back over to Evie and Centerend.
Okay.
No.
Spot check.
I want a
Whoa.
DC 20.
Oh, you got it, pal.
24. Okay.
Oh.
As
I'm
you
good for some
spin
stuff,
around
guys.
to walk over there, you notice that Evie is like leaned in real close and whispering into Centerend's ear. And the second you turn around and look at them, she's like suddenly like tries to play off like we're not doing anything.
I'm gonna walk up. Hey.
Okay.
What's
Evie looks at you and she says, again, we were just saying how grateful we were that you're such accomplished warriors.
Sure. Hey, Britannica. Could you bring your axe over here real quick, please?
Who, me? What? Somebody needs axing?
Yeah, bring your real sharp, heavy axe over here if you could.
Yeah, of course.
Could you just stand right behind them if you wouldn't mind?
All right.
Only
Why?
if you've got a dirty mind, Sass. Okay. So you're gonna summon those other. Evie, are you staring down into the abyss? Is that what you're doing?
Who?
Evie?
Not Evie.
Annie?
Sorry, Annie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Right, Alekma. So the owl is kind of like it like pops off a couple of the branches to get in front of you. Turns its head a few times.
I can turn into an owl again for communication, but then I won't be able to turn into a horse until tomorrow. And we might, well...
Right, it looks at you and it goes... "Ah!" and screeches at you.
I hate this thing.
We don't have a cart, so...
And then it kind of like leans in and nudges you with its head, like...
Wants you to be a tree.
I want to be a tree.
I'm going to use my final wild shape and turn into an owl like it,
Okay.
so we can communicate.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
It goes... You know that time that you killed those two
Owl
belay?
stuff.
That was awesome.
That's all.
Is that seriously what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, later. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So Tristram Owl says to you, "There's something funny about those two. Something doesn't add up. You need to pay close attention. Need to examine them. Yes, examine them, like through the eyes of something magical. Examine them. Look at them look at them from a magical standpoint. Look at them closely."
I already told you that we thought they were suspicious. When I was the horse.
Suspicious, yes, but look closer. Look closer. Yes,
That's the problem. They had magic on them, but it's magic I've seen before, but there was a trick. We came across an old woman, like, how long ago was that? Like 5 days ago?
yeah, ish.
All right. Several days ago, and I cast my magical detection, and Annie over there cast detect, to see if they were good, and they both revealed that the woman was rotten and had alteration and illusion magic. So we killed her thinking she was a trickster of some kind, and she was just an innocent old lady with a scroll that had the inscription on it that basically said, "Haha, we fooled you, you killed an innocent lady." So we did that on these guys, we had the same result, but we're scared of making the rash decision again.
Well, then perhaps examine their actions. Needless to say, you're near the obelisks. The obelisks.
What up?
To the east. To the east. You can find out anything you need to know. But I warn you, they'll test you. Oh yes, they will. They'll test you.
The obelisks will test us, or what?
The obelisks. The guardians of the obelisks will test you.
With questions or fights? What? With what?
It depends on how they feel. The test needs to be carried out. Depends on who you are and what you're asking. But there's just something not altogether right. I just feel like Senarind would just feel very, very different than he seems to.
Well, yeah, he says he doesn't have his staff or his book, and only has a ring that has some spells, but not many. So he feels useless.
Perhaps, but what an excuse. What a convenient excuse.
So go to the east from here to the obelisks and get tested.
Yes. But if you take a positive test, you must stay quarantined for at least 14 days.
Oh, don't say that.
So,
Christ.
Not here, Gore. Not here.
Son of a bitch, Gore. Too close.
I come here to get
he
away.
looks at you and he kind of, with his head's darting around, he says, But you might want to consider your options. I mean, something just doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right at all.
Well, everyone down there thinks so, except for of my party. The thing is, he says that the shard is in a pocket dimension that only he can reach into. So if we do something to him and he is innocent, we can't get the shard and can't do what we're here to do.
I didn't say you should skewer the man. After all, that rather nasty spear of yours can cause significant harm and damage.
Do you want some good berries, food?
No,
Because I'm so sorry.
I've recovered from my injuries from the past. I'm just very fortunate that you didn't try to hurl that spear at me a second time.
Well, I would never, now that I realize my gross mistake, and I've already apologized. You're going to hoard this over me, aren't you? I'm going to tilt my bird head.
Not forever. Just, I'll remind you of it from time to time.
Fair enough. I guess I deserve that. You can scratch my head anytime you want.
Just be careful. That's all. Just be very, very careful.
Thank you. I mean,
Wolves. I don't like wolves. And he goes, and bursts up into the air and starts to fly off.
Yeah, I'm going to wild shape back before I re-meet the group, because I don't want to get attacked by them.
Okay. Yeah, because, they kill birds too. All right, meanwhile, as Alekma was talking owl speak, and CyRATo had summoned Britannica over with her big sharp axe. So, yeah, carry on that conversation.
All right, I'm going to say, I think your shoulders and arms are warmed up from that fight, from killing those two gigantic monsters.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, great. So what were you two talking about?
And I'm going to look at...
And I'm going to look over his shoulder even more intimidating.
Yeah, center end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the way to approach this.
Are you saying that to Evie or to Senrend?
To both of them. So what was that?
Give me an intimidate roll, because I feel that's what you're trying to do here.
Yeah, intimidate them.
Am I helping?
Oh, I wasn't quite trying to intimidate yet. That was going to be my second move.
I was going to say, with the fact that you're kind of, with the axe comments and the fact
That's
that Britannica is standing
intimidating.
behind you
Yeah.
with her huge axe, it smells intimidating to me. But
Sure.
I will give you, with the presence of a celestial diva with a massive axe that just helped put bay to, I'll give you a +4 on that.
Whoa.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll give you a +4 as a.
Oh my
My
god.
God.
I wasn't trying to intimidate that man.
Okay. Well, so the intimidation part didn't work.
Scary.
That's fine. I wasn't trying to intimidate. That works out because I wasn't trying to really intimidate at that point yet.
As you stand behind them, flexing your diva muscles and clutching your axe, they don't seem to pay a lot of attention to that, and they go, and Evie says, talking? Oh,
What about?
right before you came up?
Yes, what you were whispering about? You said
yes,
something about
indeed.
the fact that we were such great warriors, yada, yada, yada. I feel like that wouldn't be so much whispered about. That should be celebrated and shouted from the mountaintops.
I merely said to Senrend, it seemed rather awkwardly convenient that these things should attack us on the open road like this. Like, perhaps something was goading them to do so. I mean, this is the open road, and many people travel up and down here. What are the odds that we should suddenly be accosted by two such hideous creatures?
We told you people are looking. You even said people are looking for you.
Hold on,
Right,
big guy.
precisely. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying, is perhaps these things are somehow were sent to attack us. And perhaps that
Probably.
means that whatever sent them is still here. Perhaps up the cliffs, watching.
Am I getting any sort of... I mean, I'm watching her very intently. Am I getting any sort of tell or
Well,
something?
you know what?
I mean?
There is a dice roll for that too.
Oh, there is.
Sense
Great.
motive. Give me a roll on that.
The way I've been rolling is...
Come on.
It's
Sense
another
that
plus
motive.
0.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're not good at these things, are you? Okay.
Can I do that?
It seems feasible. I mean, you.
Okay, but
looking
I
at
still
her-
don't believe them, though.
Yeah, looking
As
at her
CyRATo would.
face doesn't really change. There's no direct tell in what she says.
No, she would
I
have
mean,
said
you
that
turned
to us.
around and you saw her whispering to him. But that's all.
I still don't buy it.
And you don't have to.
Okay. I'm
You
going
absolutely
to
don't have to. It's just that the sense motive roll didn't give you anything to go on.
Okay. I'm going to give a quick little look to Britannica to kind of get a little more behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And see if she
Okay.
reposition.
I'm gonna saunter up. Like, my friend said he heard you saying something.
Oh, well, okay.
So you're going to tell us what you were saying.
You give me an intimidate roll.
Is that what you wanted?
I want you to just move over.
Oh,
Apparently that's not what he wanted, but you can give me
you
an
wanted me to
intimidate roll.
take over.
It's fine. Please just roll good, please. That'll work perfect.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
An intimidate
Intimidation.
roll.
Intimidation. Okay.
Yeah, now you're all bowed up in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
How about that?
Okay.
Oh, damn.
As you kind of like loom over her, she kind of like leans back a little bit, like without realizing she's like leaning away from you. She says, I mean, it was a very terrifying situation. These huge monsters just leapt out of the ground and tried to kill us, and obviously we're all here together. We're all friends here. We're all trying to help Senarind to go north, aren't we? That's what we're doing. Senarind. It's all about Senarind, helping him, and the shard thing that you need.
Then what were you whispering about?
Well, I mean,
It's okay. You can tell us. We are friendly.
No. It's not okay. You're going
It's
to
not
tell.
okay. You're going to tell us.
You're going to tell us.
She's
he's going to tell.
We
He's
get
going
you.
to tell.
Going
He's going
about
to
it
tell.
all.
He's going to tell. Okay, she looks at you and she says, I mean, I was just saying how I didn't trust you before, okay? I absolutely didn't trust you. I thought you were up to no good after you killed that poor old innocent woman. But after you just defended us so valiantly, I was telling Senarind, these are good eggs. They're definitely going to help us. They're going to help you, Senarind. I said, they're going to help you travel north, and then we can give them go with them with the shard thing and help them with their stuff.
Can I do a sense motive on her? Because I
Do you
already
need
don't
to?
trust the
I mean,
I don't think you have to know.
if you feel you need to roll, go ahead.
I mean, will it give me anything else, or?
Hey, roll it and see.
Okay. 'Cause I definitely don't.
13. I mean,
that shit.
it's obvious that she is seriously intimidated.
Yeah.
She is scared by your looming, hulking form with a massive axe hovering over her. You can notice a couple of beads of sweat now are pouring down her forehead, and kind of dripping down her cheek, and her body motions are very kind of like drawn in and defensive, as is Senarind, who has kind of tucked himself in behind her.
All right, then I'm gonna kind of just lean in closer to her to kind of scare her a little more and be like, "All right then, so no need for secrets anymore, right?" And I'm gonna just kind of let the gleam of my axe kind of like hit her in the eye a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
No secrets for anybody. None at all. We're
Perfect.
and
We'll be watching.
Is this about the time I
listening.
come back?
probably you're probably heading back across the road now, yeah. As you'll see them all like loomed in around Evie
You see,
and
you see
and
me
Senarind.
like shaking my head, looking really dissatisfied.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just clearing some things up. All finished.
Yes, as she said, we were just discussing how grateful me and Senarind are for your help.
Well, I had an idea.
I love it when Alekma says that.
That always ends well for us.
Okay.
Yes.
A way for us all to trust each other again. Because it seems there's still some distrust going around.
No, not anymore. There's
Well,
Evie. We
it's
trust
okay,
you
Evie.
explicitly now.
No,
After-
it's okay, Evie. I want you and the wizard to feel safe in our presence. Likewise, group, I have an idea. We're going to take a mild detour and travel eastward to the obelisks, and there be tested to prove everything about us, to be true.
What are you talking about?
What?
It is a way.
What are you talking about? Says
What
Cinnamon.
obelisk? Why are we
It-
tested?
There's a way we could get the truth on everything. And that is by going to the east to the obelisk garden or something of that name.
How do you know this?
What are you talking about?
I communed
talking
with
about?
nature, okay? And nature
The-
talked back to me.
Was it the moss again?
Was
what?
it the moss?
The moss again.
Oh,
No,
Lekma,
it-
was it the moss?
It was not the moss.
Okay.
The grass.
For some reason, I started thinking, like,
the
not
leaves.
the mama.
Everybody give me a sense motive roll on Centerin, please.
Oh no.
Another one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great.
Because something might have just got triggered.
Ooh, I hope
21,
it's-
that'll count. 12, no.
Ooh.
25, that'll count.
Woo! Booyah.
I rolled an 18.
Alright,
Tiny 18.
okay,
That's a
so
tiny 18.
Britannica and Alekma, as you say, you know, what you just said, you catch a kind of look of concern that just briefly goes across Centerin's face as he looks at Evie, like, and then he immediately, like, hides it. But you
Oh,
catch
okay.
it just for a glimpse, like, there was definite concern about that whole thing that you just threw on the table.
Perfect. Then I'm going to turn on my heels towards Lekma and go, all right, perfect. Lead the way. Where shall we go? Where are these lovely
No.
stones you speak of?
I really don't think we have time. We need to travel north to Aransil. After all, the
We
quicker
will, we will.
that my
Don't
business
worry.
is taken care of, the faster I can regain my spells and get you the shard that you need.
I feel very uneasy about some of these events that have transpired.
Oh, as do we. And that's why I
So-
feel we should make haste to get to Aransil as quickly
I want-
as possible.
To get to the truth of these events, to fully understand them. So I don't feel like I'm walking into
Isn't
something
it
without...
obvious? Those wicked devils that kidnapped me are doing everything they can to stop us getting to Aransil. And whatever this detour is that you've come up with, maybe you're falling straight into their hands. You're being tricked into detouring to a hideously dangerous place, I'm sure.
I trust nature, and nature told me to do this.
Well,
There you have it. That's foolproof.
He is a druid, and they really know this kind of stuff. If he's telling us the truth, then we should trust him.
Evie kind of looks at she kind of looks at Centerind, and then she looks back. She goes, but were you not a paladin, and was tricked into attacking a poor innocent old woman? Don't you know about those things, like good and evil? Yet you were fooled into.
Why would you bring that up?
Just
I
because
was just starting
I'm
to
merely
forget
saying
about
that if
Stop
somebody
upsetting
as
her.
holy
See-
as you could be tricked into doing something evil, perhaps a
This-
druid could easily
Are
be
you
manipulated
sure?
into doing something against nature. Perhaps this
Okay,
is what they're
okay.
up to the entire
Look-
time. They're doing their best to turn us against each other by playing on our very nature. Right.
Wow, you're laying it on thick, huh?
Right, at this point, I want, Cyrano,
Uh-huh.
I want you to give me a spot check, but,
okay, I'm good at that.
you have a new ability that is starting to develop. On any spot check that
What?
is, smell-based, you get a +4.
Oh!
This is a smell-based spot check. So you may have a +4.
Love it.
So please add that you have keen smell as a trait, and that gives you a +4 on smell-based spot checks.
I love it.
Okay.
Um,
Here it's starting.
but as these people's pheromones are kicking in overtime, you might smell or detect something that nobody else will.
Huh.
Don't know why this is a thing. Couldn't tell you how this is what's happening, but yeah, give me a spot check, but +4 because it's smell based.
But it's
27. Okay. Okay.
Can you smell what the rock is?
You can literally smell the fear coming from Senarind and Evie. They are legitimately concerned and scared about this whole concept that you're throwing on the table. And quite honestly, it's a weird, strange kind of smell. It's not just fear, but almost something borderline reptilian about it.
Okay, I'm gonna take one quick step up to both of them.
Okay.
And go.
Slider, you stink.
That's creepy. First time we see him do this.
Just a big smell right all the way up.
Right?
What are you?
Well, I
They
mean, as
both
far as
kind
I
of
can
lean
go.
back away from you.
I smell fear on both of you.
Oh my god.
I smell Pone-Tang, and the only good varmint Pone-Tang
Yeah.
is dead Pone-Tang. Okay.
And I'm gonna say the word.
Fly, mosquito, juicy bug.
Okay, they kind of look really strange at you when you say that, and they're like leaning away from you.
Don't worry, guys. I got you.
Right. For those of you watching, the way he sniffs, he like crouches down real low. His nose kind of like almost tilts up without him controlling it. As he does it, he's like, his front teeth push out forward, and he's like, and sniffs them. It's really weird and really odd and somewhat disconcerting at the same time.
You guys don't smell that?
CyRATo, what are you
What?
doing? Don't do that.
They're terrified.
That's not a good look for
I
you.
mean, we
Let me
can
just-
see that they're terrified.
No, but I can sense it.
Okay, but because I have a big axe, you don't need to do whatever you just
No,
did.
but it only really triggered after you mentioned the going to the obelisks.
I'm gonna see if I can get
Extra wheel. A new cloud puffs out.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like, you know.
Oh man.
You broke me. Oh my god.
You're killing me.
Well, I gotta play this up. If it's gonna happen, I'm just gonna accept it full bore, bud. I'm leaning into it. I'm leaning into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Evie and Senarind are like, this is altogether very strange. Perhaps what about fear? I mean, after all, we both we're terrified by the sudden presence of these huge, obnoxious, hideous, dangerous creatures.
Sure.
Absolutely, we're fearful.
Something's up with them, guys. Something's
We're-
up with them.
We're terrified that there's probably devils watching us right now up on the
Exactly.
cliffs.
Which is why we need to go to these obelisks that Alekma said, because that's how we're going to figure out what to do. End of story. That's how you're getting my axe. That's how you're getting her sword.
And,
How you're getting whatever the CyRATo is doing now. That's how you're getting that.
Just
You're getting
Alekma
Mr.
knows the
Sniffles.
answers. He's going to show us
And-
how
and
to fight
just-
these.
for peace of mind, I was told this by Tristan, someone I've come to trust.
There you go.
Well,
So
if you think that that's best,
Well, he helped us before. I attacked him by accident, and he still helped us. And if that doesn't scream trustworthiness, I don't know what does.
well, then lead the way, I suppose. I just hope that Aaron Sill is still where he's supposed to be when we get there, and I can get my spells. Otherwise, I'll never be able to get the shard out of limbo.
Well, I guess we better go quick then. Now, come on. Shove them.
Don't worry,
The
we're
road.
gonna be just fine, okay?
Yeah, so
Trust me, I'm a paladin.
I'm going to start walking north,
North? Okay.
and then east when I can, like if it looks like a place to go east.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's up to you.
Well, that's what I want to do. I'm going to go north.
Okay. I mean, there's cliffs, and there are numerous like pathways down in through the cliffs. I mean, let's be real. Tristan wasn't exactly specific on the whole situation.
No, he wasn't.
He never is.
I mean, I don't want to go into like Cliff Valley. I'd be stuck
Into
there.
Cliff
So.
Valley.
Yeah, while we're walking, as we kind of walk away, I'm going to hang back and go to Britannica and just say, "There's something off about those two. Keep your eye on them. I'm
that's
sensing.
what
I'm
What's that, Simmer?
sensing something."
I told you that.
You didn't. You never really
Yes.
did. That was a thing. You just told me. You never really told me.
Yeah, I said to keep an eye on them. I don't trust them.
But I'm telling you, I actually have a reason now. I'm giving you a reason.
I had a reason. I would never say anything without a reason.
You told me that they looked like
Lizard people in the shadows.
Ooh, never said that.
You didn't. You didn't tell me any of that. That's what I'm
I didn't
saying.
tell you.
You didn't tell me anything. You just said be ready to stab him. Like, cool, you got it.
Okay, well that's what I meant because they were probably lizard people, obviously.
I'm not actually saying that to you in person. I was being facetious. But
Well-
but now that I have a reason to think that there's something wrong with him because you didn't tell me the other stuff. So I'm telling
Okay, well
you.
I told you to keep an eye and be ready to get them.
Yeah, well, a good thing you did because I'm sensing something, and good thing
Okay.
I'm around because if I wasn't, I don't know if we'd
Yes.
be able to pick up on those sorts of things.
Odd that you did that though. You've never done that before.
I can't. You really didn't. I mean, it was pungent.
No,
it was
I
it was
don't
assaulting almost.
sniff people. Look at me. Do you think I sniff people?
I mean, if you can use it to your advantage, maybe.
No, I would never sniff them from the ground up like you did. You made a face that was very,
What? Very what?
I don't, like a rodent, I guess, but you kind of have that look, so maybe that's just
I
your
would
thing.
say
I
I
don't,
look like a rat.
I mean,
Attica.
Britannica.
you're a petite little man and you kind of
Oh
have
my
those,
God.
a larger nose. Yeah, maybe that's,
I am a handsome, dashing man,
course, of
manly
course.
man.
yes.
I'm
the
a
manly-
Manly man,
Yes,
man,
yes,
man,
sorry,
manly
I
man,
just-
man.
I've just never seen you do that before. I didn't know you could do that, or I would have had you sniff them when I first thought they were
I didn't
weird.
know they didn't smell before.
Okay,
It was again
well,
only until he mentioned it that they just
Did you get
excreted
like bit by anything?
I'm sorry, did you say excreted?
like a mosquito. Yes, like a
Oh, say that.
bug or
I don't know
Scorpion?
any. A rat
like by a rat.
Mhm.
or a wolf or I don't know. Just a thought I had.
No. No.
Okay.
Ceradent.
Did you get bit by this thing?
What
These
thing?
weird things.
What
These
thing?
two things we just fought.
No. I got slashed and mauled and crashed, but I didn't get bit by one. Why do you ask?
I mean, I don't want to agree with Britannica, but
What?
you did look kind of
Hmm?
rat-like.
Okay, but what would be bitten by a rat have to do with anything like that, though?
That was something you've always done. Wouldn't you have done it?
Hold
more
on.
often?
I need to hold on. What's the answer to this question, Annie? Why do you bring that up?
Well, my mother used to tell me these tales about things biting you and you become the thing, like werewolves, things
Uh-huh.
like that. I'm just,
Well, that's
it's just
all.
a random thought I had.
Yeah, right. Those are old wives' tales, right?
Well, I don't know if I think everything's an old wives' tale anymore after everything we've seen.
Well, you can't believe it. Where
You're
what?
kind of
Where
sounding
rats?
old-
Where
okay.
rats? Is that what you're? That's
Let's
that what you're
just-
saying? That's ridiculous.
Take
I
a
mean-
step back. What did you just say?
I said you don't believe that where rats exist, right? Is that what I said? Is that what I said?
I don't
What did I say?
You said a bunch of
not
stuff.
believe it. What about those rats? We did fight some rats in the well.
We did? Oh, yeah, I guess we did, huh?
What
Did they
happened?
bite you?
Well, we scuffled.
Cyrano.
And
We had close quarter hand-to-hand combat, which of course I vanquished my foe as I always do.
Did
Did they bite me? Let me think. There was that moment where he opened his jaws and he closed them on me.
That's what a bite is.
CyRATo.
Yeah.
Where did he bite? Show us. Show
I
us right
guess
now.
so.
Where did he bite you?
Well, here, I guess. Here.
It's like this big festering.
Yeah, just
like pulsing.
just a rat growing out of my body.
Yeah, just don't, you know.
Here. I mean, there's a scar, which is pretty cool.
Okay, Annie,
Which
look
is
at
pretty
that.
cool.
What is that?
But it looks,
I'm
okay.
gonna do a
Yeah.
heal check. I'm gonna do a heal check on it.
Okay.
See if I can deduce anything. Deduce. Oh shit. Nice.
I mean, there's barely a scar there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
very minor.
It was barely a bite. I mean, he grazed my skin with his teeth. It wasn't a chomp. It was just a.
Have you
Can
noticed?
you hear that?
anything-
Listen.
Anything else?
Hear that? That's what it did.
Well, maybe it was enough.
To what?
I don't know. Be able to smell things on people that
A
other people
chomp,
can't
a
smell.
chomp, a chewy chomp.
Hey, Britannica,
Yes.
come here
I'm a
for a
little.
second.
I'm a little busy.
No, this is important.
Okay.
I'm rat catching.
Yes. What?
Mind flying up and seeing if there's a road that goes to the east anywhere in the near future?
You know what I'd say? I'd say he tasted me. That's what sorry, continue. Just came to my mind.
It tasted me.
It was a taste.
Britannica, what tasted him? What's going on?
He might be turning into a rat. Anyway, so where do you want me to go?
What?
Wait, we need to discuss something else. You're
Wait,
seeing what I'm seeing.
I
Remember
think
when
we need to go north.
Shh, quiet, you two.
No, just there's cliffs now to our immediate right. There's some dips and valleys, but I don't want to travel there and end up in a dead end. So
Okay,
could you
what am
just
I-
fly up, see if there's any road or visible pathway northish of here that goes to the east?
Northeast. Okay, sure.
Just to see if there's a way further up that we could take a right to.
Okay, can I do that, Gore?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Okay,
So you
I
just
do
want to
it.
take to the skies and
Yes.
flutter. Okay. Okay.
Get away from this weird rat combo.
So yeah, I mean, you can see numerous kind of like dips and gullies into the sides of the cliffs, but one of them does tend to kind of snake a lot further through the cliffs and kind of out of sight.
Okay, does that look like what I'm wanting?
Well,
Or what
I don't
he's
know what you're
wanting?
wanting, but I mean, it's
Well, what he's
definitely. It's not a road by any means. It's not an easy to travel path, but it is like a small winding pathway that kind of snakes its way through the cliffs.
Okay. I'm gonna come back and relay that to Alekma. So,
It's as good a chance as any, I think.
is that where we need to go? So is this what we're looking for when I was telling you about them? What did the owl say?
To go to the obelisks.
Okay. To
And
do
then
what?
we'll be tested.
Who will be tested? Them?
I assume all of us.
Wait, all of us?
Well, but
No,
it'll
no,
be
no, no, no,
it'll
no.
be
I
for
don't-
answer. It'll be for answers. Because
What is?
I'm gonna look back. How close are
Centurion
and the Eevee to us?
Well,
we're
you
all
tell
kinda
me,
walking.
because they're walking ahead of you because you basically push them ahead. So how much gap is there between you?
Okay,
people
I
and
mean,
them?
I assume a sizable enough gap so that we can.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not
if
gonna
you're
start yapping
wanting
until-
not to talk loud enough for them to overhear,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I'm
can
whispering.
choose to hang back and have a quiet conversation.
Okay,
For
so,
sure,
so
yeah.
so I'm gonna basically say to Britannica, Tristan basically told us to keep our eyes on him because something wasn't right with him. What you already echoed to me. So
Yes, I knew it. I was right. I told you I was right.
he said to go to the obelisk to get tested because the obelisk will test us. And I said, well, would it be a physical test or a mental, like a questionnaire?
Right.
And he
yes.
said, well, it'll be appropriate
It's
to
a
whatever.
questionnaire.
So anyway,
Multiple choice.
we should go there to get the truth.
How far away is it?
He just said to the east.
Okay.
So I have no idea.
Well,
Now,
That's
what's
the
this
path.
about? What's this about CyRATo getting tasted?
is he with us, or are we
Who,
away
Cyrano?
from
Cyrano?
them still?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't
you're
know
all...
if you guys were all or you guys were
No,
back.
I'm assuming that you're kind of like let's just kind of position you a little bit more like feasibly. You're probably all like here, walking down the road,
Cluster.
blah 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 blah
Okay.
blah. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Annie thinks that he's turning into a rat, probably, because he
Which
did a
is-
weird, gross sniff thing a minute ago.
That's insane, right? Right?
CyRATo, you're not a druid like me, right? Have you ever had an attachment to nature?
Nature's great. I love nature. Trees and moss, right? Moss. The owl, our friend. Clouds.
Yeah, but you.
No.
Dirt.
Okay, now be honest with me, CyRATo.
Uh-huh.
In all the time you spent with me, have you started praying
No.
to my goddess, for instance?
No.
I mean, you've heard me talk and communicate with nature. Have you?
That sounds boring. Of course I don't do that. No, not that nature's boring. I just mean what you do with it is boring. I like to do fun stuff, like zip lining through the trees. That's fun. Obstacle courses, treetop obstacle courses. Build a fort in the trees. That's fun with nature.
But we the women think you're turning into a rat.
Right?
Please don't refer to me as
Thank
the
you.
women. Thank you.
The women. The women
have a name.
folk.
Yeah,
So
these
is Annie.
bronze
The
over
females.
here. Can you
The
believe it?
ladies.
The females think.
That might be how your tribe speaks to them, but
Annie
please,
St. Clair, please.
my full name. Thank you.
Miss Annie is good too.
I apologize.
You think it's ridiculous too? Thank you. See?
Well, no, your face was ratty.
It was real gross.
Okay, well,
Right?
okay, maybe that's something I have to come to terms with. That I have a bit of a ratty face, apparently.
But
But I was-
you said you were tasted.
I was getting into the smell of things.
Dude.
Yes, well, the rat, apparently, yes. Remember those rats under the well that we found?
All right. With all that, I want to do a knowledge nature. Knowledge. I assume it would be nature, right? Or
Or what do you?
Or mythology.
Well,
where
to know about where rats and where
Okay,
wolves.
Touch him
in
with
that
touch him with a
case-
stake.
Yeah, if you're wanting to know about that sort
silver
of
bullets
stuff,
or
I mean,
silver
I've
cheese,
clearly
knife.
heard of shapeshifters in my
yeah,
druidic
that
life.
is actually going to fall under. That would actually be knowledge dungeon, believe it or not.
Okay, I believe that. So I'm going to use my special ability to really try to learn what I can about
Okay.
knowledge dungeon.
So you're going to tap into your unnatural ability to draw knowledge from your goddess. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to put a hand on Annie's shoulder, so she could continue. We can continue walking while my eyes flicker and kind of crackle
Okay.
as I tap into that knowledge.
Okay.
try to.
Give me a roll.
thing again.
Holy shit on a stick!
Natural 20!
Right now.
He immediately transforms.
Oh, right. Okay.
Booyah shotgun.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. Nice.
Yeah,
job.
natural 20 on the knowledge roll. That's crazy.
You win Dungeons and Dragons if you do a 20 on
Yay!
a dungeoneering
You
check,
win.
right?
Yeah, you know all the dungeons.
We've beat the dungeon now.
You've won. You've won
All that's
D&D.
left is the dragon.
Go home. We're finished
Stop
now.
the
Forever.
count. Stop the votes.
All right, Assassin Centura Wave. There you go. You win gold.
There
Okay.
you go.
Um,
You too.
All right, so you're tapping into the knowledge. Based on the fact that you fought, as you're starting to draw this knowledge in, you're realizing that back in the sewer system of that town,
Yes.
those two individuals that look like humanoid rats probably were in fact lycanthropes. They probably were were-rats. Knowing this about them, they carry a magical disease that is not curable by normal means, and should anyone be bitten by them, they can contract this disease, and over a period of time leading up to the next full moon, they can indeed become and transform into were-rats. One of the biggest problems with that is no matter who the person is, no matter how pure of heart the victim might be, upon becoming a were-rat, they become diabolically cruel, wicked, and evil.
What if they already came that way? Do they double down, or does it negate? How does that work?
All right.
They stay equally as wicked and evil.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right. So I guess gleaning this, piecing it all together, I guess I must know when is the next full moon in relation
About
to
5
now?
days' time.
All right. Let me get my napkin notes out. All right.
I mean, you rolled a 20, so I'm going to tell you a bit more. Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
I mean, it's already been several days since this happened, so I assume...
It's been a while. I mean, some lycanthropes can control their changes. Others, especially newborn and infected lycanthropes, generally cannot to start with. Alright, so here's what you know. If you contract lycanthrope, generally speaking, the afflicted character will involuntarily assume the animal form of whatever they've been infected with. So, in theory, at the next full moon, CyRATo will turn into a rat. Temporarily becoming a mindless rat and losing control of all of himself. And then over time, he may develop the ability to control this to where he can become a rat or a hybrid form of humanoid rat.
Ew.
So
Is it
here's
like a
the
normal
things that
size rat?
this is where you wish you'd have known this earlier. So an afflicted person who is recently contracted lycanthropy, if they eat a sprig of the plant known as belladonna, also known as wolfsbane,
The porn star? Oh.
within an hour
God.
can potentially
Sorry.
fight off the
Type with
affliction.
the 90s, dude.
Yep. If a healer administers a wolf's bane or belladonna poultice, there's a good chance that they will be cured of the disease, but only if done within an hour of being bitten. If that is not the case, a very high level casting of a spell such as remove disease or heal cast by a high level or a very devout priest within 3 days may be able to cure it. If it goes more than 3 days, the only known way to remove the affliction is to cast remove curse or break enchantment during one of the 3 days
shit.
of the full moon. So, seeing as in theory you're already out of the two options, the only way left now is to wait for the full moon and have somebody cast remove curse or break enchantment on CyRATo. If indeed that is what has happened.
Oh, shit.
That's fun.
So you're suddenly flooded with all this divine knowledge about, and probably how it's delivered to you is like in a series of rapid fire visions. Like, and you're like completely mind blown by all this knowledge that's just getting thrust into your head. And then afterwards you like open your eyes, take a deep and slowly start to like put all of those thoughts in order as you start to realize potentially what may have happened.
Alright, so I'm gonna like squeeze Annie's shoulder and stop as I'm bombarded. You're gonna kind of see me convulse a little bit.
Ow! You're hurting me!
And then I'm gonna look at CyRATo and be like, shit.
What?
Sereno goes,
You see something?
no.
Ow! A rat trap's on my hands for some reason. Like, how'd that get there? Saw that cheese and I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah, reaches into his bag and pulls out a piece of brie.
What? Are you okay? Did you see something?
I think I know what happened to you,
Okay.
and it's not good.
Oh, okay.
I suspect you've been afflicted with a magical disease.
Okay.
Oh, I can
It's-
just remove a disease.
it-
Do that.
There are ways we could have cured it had we known earlier that it was happening.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
It's basically it's a magical disease. It's called lycanthropy.
Uh-huh.
And basically, in 5 days, when the full moon hits, you're gonna turn into a rat boy.
Like a big rat or a little pet rat?
Like the rats we fought in the sewers.
Oh, so
No,
just-
he'll actually become a rat, a regular rat.
Oh, it will actually be a
Oh.
regular
The
rat?
first time round, he'll just become a rat.
Okay,
And he'll
so
scurry
Put him in our
around
pocket.
doing rat-like things.
that's
Okay,
fine.
as you're having this discussion,
Come on,
Severin
are you
turns
serious?
and raises a finger and he says, I know of this magical disease well.
Oh,
Sorry
you got
for-
him in on it too?
Sorry
Are you
for
serious?
eavesdropping
Well, if you keep
your
it down.
conversation. But as you said, it's a very powerful magical disease. I could cure it if I had my spells, but unfortunately I don't. But
Yeah.
Aaron Sill could save your friend before... Understand, if he turns, you will become wicked and evil.
Oh, yes.
What's
Very
this?
evil. You'll have to kill him.
A terrible rat.
A little tiny rat. I'll just squish it. That's nothing.
How
him.
far did you
Well,
say the full moon
It's not a
was?
line.
How many days?
the next full moon's in 5 days.
Oh, that's good, you guys.
Aaron
That's-
Sill is approximately 4 to 4.5 days north of here. If we hurry quickly, we can get to Aaron Sill and save him. This detour of yours is probably going to take us too long, and at that point, it may be too late to save your friend. You'll have to choose.
Maybe we can find someone else who fix him, right, Alexa?
Well, there's a spell that can do it, but it has to be done during one of those 3 days, nights of the full moon.
Okay, what spell?
Well, it's not one I have, and I don't think Annie does either.
What is it? What is it called?
It's a way to remove curses and break enchantments,
Guys, stop. You got me. It was a good one. Very clever. Very nice.
He's not
around.
concerned. Let's just keep
Sure.
going.
Yes, thank you. What are you talking about? Turning into a rat?
Look at
Like a little
yourself.
rat?
I'm gonna
I
take
look-
out a mirror. Just take a sniff and see what you look like.
Okay, I look fine.
Keep looking.
Hey,
I'm
question.
sniffing. I feel fine.
So Britannica and Annie, when we were first sussing out
Yeah.
Cenerins, you detected a little mite of evil in Cyrano.
Yes.
Did you tell that to Alekma? I don't think you did. I'm
I
just
think
want to make
only
sure.
Annie I told that to.
Right, only you guys discerned that. So okay,
Mhm.
so just making sure I don't accidentally meta.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we please get back? You're only fueling him, and I'm going to point to Senderin, to have him go off on his own little way he wants to go.
Right, exactly. Well, if you turn into a rat, we'll just pick you up, we'll put you in a little bag,
Sure,
you turn
yes.
back, and no big deal. It's not a
Put
big
me,
deal.
put me in a little wheel. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Right now, it's been beneficial to us to have you have this little smell thing you can do.
No, but
So
what-
maybe it's a good thing. Maybe he'll be better. He'll be more powerful this way.
What
He'll
Cenerin
land some
said.
blows.
What Cenerin said was accurate, though. It does change you into a wicked little creature.
Well, he's already kind of a little,
Is he? I mean,
He's
besides,
an assassin. Doesn't he have to be kind of wicked to be an assassin?
I don't know. He argued
Little
it
creature.
kind
Well,
of.
he doesn't murder people just for the sake of it. He kills bad guys
Money.
for
Yes, I do have a bit of a code.
Oh, like a Dexter?
Yeah,
like a
he's like a
Dexter.
Dexter.
Ah,
He's a
Which
Dexter.
is a pretty good name for a rat, actually. You think about it.
yes, actually, it is.
Wilfred or
Giant rat guy
Wilbur.
is loving this. By the
Willard.
way.
You can be
I'm so glad
Willard.
you're here today.
Willard the rat.
I had a rat named Tobias.
I mean, what do we do, guys?
We just keep going. You said we get the truth. Maybe we'll get some truth about this.
What if by then it's too late?
Well, then
Well,
that-
if he
that's
turns
his
into
problem.
a rat, we just put him in a cage during the full moon.
Yeah.
Easy.
But then
Despite
forever
all
after,
his rage.
he could be.
Couldn't help it. Sorry.
But afterwards, he could be actually an evil bastard. You know, I mean, like,
After the transformation?
yes, he could.
Like as a person, he will be that way, not as a rat.
Yes, as a person, I imagine.
Really?
Yes, it changes him. So we could be sleeping, and he could just come up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill Alekma," and then stab me for
I
no
would
reason.
never do such a thing unless someone paid me.
Now, but if you were an evil son of a bitch,
Why would I ever want to do that?
But you really want to.
why do evil people do evil things? I mean,
Because of their past ancestry. and
Sorry, you're so mean. I looked away for a second. No.
I mean,
say
but
we take our chances. I mean, it's up to CyRATo, really, and he seems to be fine with it. Maybe he
You
wants
want-
to be a giant evil rat person.
I don't really, Cyrano.
What?
Really?
You don't mind transforming out of your control, not being able to do anything you want as a little rat
I
boy?
think you're taking this way too far.
No, I think he's taken it very seriously as it is. Aransil, we must go to Aransil at once to save your mortal soul.
No.
Sure, if you all think we need to go to Aaron's, if there's a reason we're going there and you're not telling me, I'll play along. Oh,
Yes.
my little rat
As quickly
soul.
as possible to
Oh, yes.
Aransil.
We must hurry.
No,
Oh, I can't. Here it comes.
I'm not saying
I can't.
Cyrano, I'm not. Shut up, Cyrano.
I can't. I'm an evil rat now. Oh, I'm an evil rat. Where's the nearest
I'm not
house
saying
to
this-
scurry into?
I'm not saying this is
You're
what we
killing-
should do. I'm saying, what should we do, Annie? Britannica.
I say we keep going to the obelisk. I want the truth, and we'll figure out this part later.
trust Tristan more than anyone right now.
Yes, he's a chosen one. Where he'll be fine. Maybe Tristan can help, right? He can't turn into a rat. We'll figure that out.
Then perhaps I can offer
You're
a
not up
second
here.
solution.
What is it?
Perhaps I and Evie should continue on to Aransil, and we could quite happily take Cyrano with us, if that's what you'd like, and get him cured. The rest of you go to the obelisk.
No.
Or then perhaps just I and Evie shall travel to the north and find Aransil, and you can meet us there later after you have consulted the obelisk.
Also, no. Also, I didn't think we invited you to this conversation. Weren't we like several feet away? How did you get back over here? Get away.
Well,
I wasn't being quiet, to be admitted.
yeah, you kind of were
Neither
having a
was
pretty
Cyrano.
loud conversation, and I actually did roll a listen
Yeah,
check,
listen
and he
check.
got a 20,
This
so
is
he legit did overhear your
This is
loud...
a team does the fighting chat, okay? We're talking about how it's going to go down. You are staying up
Well,
there.
then perhaps you can figure out how to find the Godstone yourselves, and perhaps I don't need to assist you with the shard at all, seeing as we're so
Oh.
suddenly insignificant.
Good luck
I'm a
with
great and
whatever else
powerful
comes out of
wizard,
the
I'll
ground.
have you know.
Are you? Cast a spell.
Oh.
I could cast one of 3 spells that I have left at the moment, but I feel wasting such magic would be futile and silly.
Exactly. So let's get to the obelisk so we can get you all patched up.
Well, the obelisks are not going to return my spells.
We're going to make sure nothing else comes out of the ground to eat you before you can cast any spells.
Then fine, let's hurry up. It's getting dark. We should hurry up to this obelisk and get it done so that we can move on to Aransil as quickly as possible.
Very good. Thank you. Keep going. Come on. You go.
Okay, so are you gonna travel once you get up there, sneak down through the mountains towards this
the path that she saw.
Okay, all right.
Assume,
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, once you start winding your way down through there, it's quite a journey. And before very long, you are picking your way through kind of rocky crags between the cliffs, and it is beginning to get very, very dark. To the point where I don't think anybody except for Britannica can see. Oh, incidentally, CyRATo, your eyesight seems to be a whole lot better than it used to be.
Oh my god.
You also
I'm
have
only seeing
60.
perks
You
here.
have 60-foot dark vision seems to have materialized. So
This is all
Okay.
pro so far. I'm good with it.
so
Can
far.
you tell us, Cyrano?
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'll just make a passing comment, like, without really thinking, like,
Oh, is it daylight savings kick in?
What?
Good one, Cyrano.
Oh, daylight savings. It's brighter. Is this that normal for this part of the world?
No. Well, I wouldn't know. I know it's dark, right? Like, even though I have
See
dark
it.
vision.
Yeah, basically you've developed
Like, it
low
always
light
looks the
vision
same
as
to
a
me.
trait.
What do you mean? Is always? Is this the full moon you're talking about? It must be very bright. I could.
I think
Right?
it is bright for a rat.
Yep. Low light vision, basically, your
Rat
eyes are
vision.
so sensitive to light that they can see twice as far as normal in dim light.
Do we look at him and his eyes are like those creepy little red rat eyes? Like the albino
Not
ones?
really.
All right.
I mean, they don't really look any different.
Can you see? Can you see that tree over there?
Wait, was that
I'm
one
gonna
over
point,
there?
like,
No.
Really far away.
Yeah, that
You just
one right
pointed
there.
at it.
Well, maybe. Maybe I
You
can.
see in the dark.
Well, maybe it's more powers I'm getting.
I mean, I think this rat thing is doing wonders for you. I don't think we need to worry about it.
Okay, hold on. Let's just say
Mm-hmm.
that I am turning into a rat.
Yes. you
Which
are.
is saying it out loud is ludicrous, by the way. But okay, let's say I'm turning into a were-rat.
You're in the company of a person who's been turning into a horse that you ride for the past couple of weeks.
Uh-huh.
But not an evil horse.
Right. So speaking to that, or like me, you said if I do turn into this
Nice
rat,
horse.
Although you did bite me, so.
eh,
Anyway, what?
if I do turn into this rat, I could never be myself again. Is that what you're saying?
No, the idea is you transform into a rat because it'll be your first time,
Okay.
and then forever after, you'll hopefully gain some control over it.
Okay.
But your soul will be forever scarred by evil.
So what does that mean for me, really?
Well, you'll be an asshole more than you are.
Uh-huh.
You'll be selfish, murderous, probably kill a bunch of innocent people, or screw them over. You'll lie to us. Like evil things. Come on, you know what evil things are. I mean,
And I'll have no control over this.
no, that'll be a part of your transformation.
Okay. I don't want that, everyone.
You don't.
Thank
don't-
you.
Do I want that to happen? No, I would
Okay.
rather not. I like being me.
Are you sure? You could use,
An upgrade.
Use an
Yeah,
upgrade.
you're so perfect. You're so perfect.
Actually, yes, I am indeed. I'm gonna twirl around a little bit. Actually,
The freaking
Yeah.
angel's okay
I'm
with
an
him going
angel. I'm
evil.
literally made perfectly.
I
That's
think
kind of important.
I think you put on a pound.
muscle from doing all of your heavy
I
lifting.
think you put on 1 pound since we've been. You've been dipping into that
That's a
bread
huge
and
bitch.
pork more. I've been watching.
Damn, you don't hit me with the real life stuff.
Gained a
I do
pound.
like my pork. Anyway, so I'm
Oh.
lifting all the heavy acts over and over again to kill all the things that you can't kill. So
Clearly
maybe now,
muscle
as a rat,
development.
Look, why don't Britannica and Annie, why don't you pray to your god or what?
Me? Ooh.
Well, you're an angel. Can't you beseech your side and
I don't know what my side is. This is new to me. All I know is that
figure
I'm
out a way to
perfect.
remove remove this magical affliction?
Yes, I will try. Annie and I can work on something. We'll have
Okay.
a little girl time.
Will that put your mind at ease, Sylvia?
Well,
Great.
Sure, I mean it's pretty at ease now, anyways. But I just want to make sure that if this is the worst case scenario you're talking about, I don't want to get there.
Okay, well,
it
I
seems
will-
to me the only way to stop that is to get on to Aaron's Sill.
No one's talking to you.
It doesn't matter whether you're talking to me or not. I don't want to be in the company of somebody who turns into a diabolical, evil rat creature.
Well, this rat creature is saving your life, so
yeah, and I will build a rat cage in the meantime,
yes.
using
Again.
my magical powers of
Why?
persuasion.
Why does this have to be a choice? We can travel on to Aaron's Sill. I will be there in 4.5 days. Once there, I will study his book. I will use my magical powers of teleportation to come back to you here and remove this hideous curse from your friend. You can go and see the obelisks, do what you want to do, and I can save your friend as a thank you for all you've done for us.
We found you basically naked in a cave with
Yes.
a bunch of devil people.
Absolutely.
I'm not letting you go anywhere, 4 days or not, on your own. That's not going to happen.
Well, then it seems that you're going to condemn your friend to wickedness and evil.
Yes, that's a sacrifice he's willing to make.
Well,
Mostly.
that's what.
Well,
Excuse me.
He just said he
Well,
wasn't.
you agreed earlier, and now you're not agreeing because of more information. But you're still agreed first.
Yes, because of more information. The very important information, may I add?
Okay, well, we'll get that solved. We said we're gonna have a little powwow. We'll figure it out.
Okay, like now.
Remember you're the chosen one. Remember? You're a special boy. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you. You turn into a rat, maybe the gods are gonna come and swoop and fix it all for you because you're just a special little blinky boy, okay? Nothing bad is gonna happen. I promise.
So, but you two are going to be on it, though.
Yes, we're on it. Annie, right? We're gonna put our best powers to the test.
I don't
Toxic
have
Teapot,
those-
thanks for the raid. Welcome to the show, guys.
Annie, look at
Welcome.
you. Annie,
Yes.
believe in yourself.
I don't have the spells that I
You'll
need.
find the spells. You're gonna talk to your god and you're gonna figure it out, right?
Ah.
Right. I'm gonna squeeze her wrist just a little harder. Shh.
Hey, you guys don't have any idea what you're doing.
Yes, we do. We're gonna speak to gods. We need to do that. The obelisk will tell us.
Yeah.
You sound insane when you say that, by the way.
Iris will help us, right?
We're going to speak to gods. It'll be fine.
Yes. That's what this
Just
whole
a
thing
quick
is about.
divine chat, no big deal.
I mean, to be fair, we are special, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
You're
look, we're hanging out with a literal angel. Something I never thought that would happen in my life.
It's pretty cool.
We do things that I've never seen other people be able to do. I don't quite understand why we do those things, but maybe there's an extra thing that'll stop it from happening more.
Right. You have to believe.
Is that a cure in your wisdom, Elegma? Believing? That stops?
No, but I am confident in our ability to overcome anything that's thrown at us.
But as you're
Hey,
doing it, you
Annie.
see Evie is like up there in front talking to Senna, and she's just going, just stay here. And she kind of comes, leaving him behind, like, stay. And then she kind of walks over to you, and she says, look, I'm not entirely sure what's transpiring here. It seems to me that for some reason you suddenly no longer trust Senna, and, I don't know why, but coming from someone that at one point didn't trust you, but now has seen the error of her ways, I really think all he wants to do is help. So, I can get him to Aransil by taking the back ways through the forest, and we can get there, and he can regain his magical powers, and then he can help your friend. I don't know what these obelisks that you speak of are, and if you feel that they have the power to save your friend, then by all means, let's all go to the obelisks. But I don't know whether the obelisk can, but I know Senarind can.
Can I sense motive that?
Sure.
See if she seems sincere. Okay. Click. Ugh.
She seems to be very sincere.
Okay, I'm gonna start nodding my head.
She says, I just don't want your distrust, for whatever misplaced reason it is, of Senarind, to cost you your friend. Senarind mentioned to me that this magical disease you're talking about, if it gets hold of him, your druidic friend is right. He will become evil and diabolical, and then he'll become everybody's worst enemy. Do you really want that? Do you want to be put in a position where you may have to kill your friend?
No, I don't want that at all. I don't want anyone to turn evil.
Of course we don't want that.
Then it seems to me that the most logical path would be to allow us to go and do what we can do. You do what you must do to save your friend. And because if we make a singular decision and you're wrong, your friend is doomed.
We don't know that, though. We
No,
have
you
options.
don't. We don't know. All
What
I'm
we do
saying
know is if we separate from you, we don't know how we'll find you again. There's so many chances for you to get snatched up again and for something to happen to him. We've been traveling this whole time looking for him. I'm not letting him out of my sight.
Well, then perhaps you should travel with us, and the rest of them can go to the obelisk.
I can't. Did you see what I did to those things? I can't leave these guys behind. We have to stay together. It's the only way.
Then if we must all stay together, it seems the only logical thing is to go north to Aransil.
I can go with them.
What?
I can go with them.
Don't you?
I'll
Yes.
keep an eye on them.
What better than a paladin of Myrus to accompany us to Aransil?
No, I don't
We
want
have
you
to
doing
do
that.
this. We have to do this for CyRATo. Look at him. He won't last as a rat.
He won't last as a rat.
Yes,
You know it. I don't have the spells. I don't think my goddess will give me those spells. I'm not quite there yet.
Well, what if you can teach me? Maybe you can teach me.
I can't teach you something I don't know. I will go with them, and I'll figure out how to send a message to you if I can, but we will teleport back here. Is this where we're gonna meet?
Yes. Aransil, if one of you gives Senarind just something of yours, an item of clothing, anything, something meager, you can use that to relocate to you. I've seen him do it before.
I don't agree with this.
Alekma?
I don't agree with this either. I don't like the idea of splitting up. I don't like the idea of going separate ways. Especially after all the time it took to find Senarind.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So,
But Evie, you
We'll
gotta.
take-
if we
You must.
perhaps
You
we
must.
go to Aransil, and then after that we can come back here and then go to the obelisk. What about that? Is there a reason we have to go to the obelisk right now, this second?
Alekma?
I think we should have a frank conversation with Senarind about our suspicions.
Well, it's getting late. Perhaps we should rest and make camp and have this conversation. Get it all out into the open.
They had all the evidence. Right, Britannica?
I don't like this at all.
I don't either, but what else do we do?
I just don't want you to make a hasty, irrational decision based on whatever fears you've come up with. I'll be honest with you. After you killed that poor old lady in the woods, I almost slipped away from you in the middle of the night because I didn't trust you. And if I'd have done that, what would have happened? We wouldn't have rescued Senarind, and we'd have been in a much worse state than we are now. If I'd have given in to my basic fears,
Edie, let me ask you something.
Yes.
What if you're wrong about Centerind?
Oh, what do you mean, wrong? I've known Centerind for years.
Right? What if that isn't Centerind?
Who would it be?
I don't know, but we all have been testing him in various ways, and we're seeing something else, something different, something bad. That's why we don't trust him. That's why we need to go to the obelisk. What
Other
if
than the
you're
fact
wrong?
that he's out of sorts and has none of his powers, I mean, he's obviously not the great wizard you'd expect to find, but...
It's more than that. It's more than that. What if you are wrong, and he's not the Centerind you knew?
And then she kind of glances over her shoulder and looks at him. Do you have anything solid to go on?
Now we've cast spells that have given off terrible evil vibes. Those aren't ever wrong.
But they are.
No, they're not.
They told you that poor old defenseless woman was wicked, and she wasn't.
Because she had a scroll. What if he's got something on him like that? We don't know until we get to the obelisk. That will determine everything.
I mean, I did see him change and be naked.
Yes. He was still evil then.
I didn't see a scroll. Unless he, keistered it.
Perhaps
Like mine.
Perhaps one of the devils casts some kind of wicked curse upon him, hoping that you would see him for what...
Or?
And then killed him, or refused to rescue him. Maybe that was it. Maybe they were trying to stop you saving him by making you believe he was evil.
Maybe, or you were separated from him for a long time. We wandered into this demon cave, found him, dragged him out. How do we know he's not a demon disguised as Centerind, who we brought back to you? We don't know.
How could we find something like that out?
The obelisk. That's why we're going there.
I understand, but if we go to the obelisks and we're wrong, we're not going to have time to save your friend.
I know, it's a very big risk, and we are all aware of our risk we are taking with that. You don't have to worry about that, but your friend might not be who you think he is. And now we'll know for sure, and then all of this mistrust and uncertainty will be washed away, and we'll get straight to where he needs to go.
If that's the risk you're willing to take, but from what Centerind told me, if we're wrong, Centerind may not be who you think he is or who I think he is, but your friend will become something and someone that you absolutely do not want him to be.
Yes,
and that
we
will
know
be
that.
fact.
And we will deal with that when we get to it. Obviously, we don't want that to happen.
Wait, hold on. Deal with that when we get to
You're
it.
prepared to kill your friend?
No, we're not going to kill him. We're going to solve it.
But you'll have
obviously.
to. You'll have no
No, we
choice
won't.
when he becomes diabolically evil.
No,
He'll turn
Alyssa says
against
there's
you.
ways
He'll
to
try to
cure it.
kill you in the night.
We're going to find
Harm
a way
the
to
innocent, murder children.
No, he's not going to do any of that. I will keep him underneath my axe the entire time. If I need to.
I'm very slippery.
Okay, well, I won't let that happen.
CyRATo, I didn't get your opinion. Those two don't like the idea, but what if I went with them? I can try to save you.
I don't want to split us up.
Perhaps we should ask CyRATo what he thinks. After all, it is his immortal soul that is at risk. It's him
that's
going to
right.
be. It's him that's going to be putting up the biggest risk here. We're all making decisions and talking about him as if he's not even
Well,
here.
if he had told us he had gotten bit before, maybe we could have done something about
How was
it.
I supposed to know I was going to turn into a rat because of that?
I don't know. You could have just said, "Hey, I got bit by
Evie
this
kind
rat."
of puts
Anybody?
her hand on
Anybody?
Centerind's hand, on CyRATo's hand, and she says, "What do you want, CyRATo? What do you think we should do?"
Well, I don't want to turn into a rat forever.
So we should go quickly to Aransil. Or perhaps me and Centerind and Annie, if she'd like to come with us, we can go. We can get Centerind his spells back, and he can teleport back here and cure you of this hideous, terrible disease that will take over your mind and corrupt you in such hideous, vile ways. Do you really want to be in a situation where late at night you wake up and look at your sleeping friends and feel like you want to slit their throats in the night?
He can see in the dark now, though.
I know what you're doing, but the problem is, I agree with you. that's the issue.
I'm just... I make my way in the wilderness through simple logic and fact, not strange mystical ways, and all I know is one way we can save you. Certainly. The other way, you're at risk. Perhaps there's a benefit to taking that route. But without knowing for sure, should we risk it? Should we not take the certain path and save your immortal soul?
Cyrano, we don't live in the world.
Yeah. Souls are overrated. It's fine. Let's get on with it.
Where are we going?
What's that?
Where did you say we're going?
Oh, you're hanging on my every word right now?
Yeah.
Well, what?
What did you agree?
He's ready to go to see Aaron Sill. Let's go.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said either.
What did you say? What did you say? What was your opinion of this whole thing?
What is my opinion?
Cyrano, come on. Remember I said you're a special boy?
Well, if I'm to be damned for all eternity, I guess I could take another moment to think about this.
Come on. You know we'll figure it out. You know we will.
No, I don't know that at all,
Yes,
actually.
you do.
But I know that we should not let these two go to where they want to go. That's what I know. That's what I know.
We just want to help you.
Of course
I
you
understand
do.
that.
And if we don't go to Aaron Sill, we can't get the shard.
I understand that, but here's the thing: you smell. You smell.
Okay,
You
she goes.
smell. A pungent smell that I've never smelled before in my life.
Let's be fair.
It's not a odor of the body. It's an
I've
odor
been
of the
rolling-
soul.
Well, perhaps because for a week and a half I've been roaming around in the wilderness, and
It's not.
and Senarind was kidnapped, beaten by evil demons or devils.
Right.
Perhaps the smell is the lingering wickedness from the cave we was in.
The smell is of corruption.
Precisely.
The smell is of twisted. If you
Maybe.
will.
Yes, you see, he's onto something. Maybe the smell coincides with whatever it is they did to him to make you think he's evil. Maybe that's what he smells, that curse of wickedness that's masking him and making poor Annie feel like he's wicked when he's not. I mean, has he done anything wicked since we've been with him?
Could he do anything wicked?
I mean, we don't know what other 3 spells he has stored in that ring of his.
It's probably pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's probably a lot of handkerchiefs out of his arm. I mean, it's probably that kind of stuff.
What if the wicked thing is keeping us from where we're wanting to go, which is what he's doing right now?
Or need to go.
Yes. That's the wicked thing. He's deterring us from...
Didn't you need
he
for
wants-
him to go to Aaron Sill to get his spell so he could get the shard? Isn't that
That's
what you
Attention,
need?
everyone! Attention! I have determined my opinion.
Okay, here we go.
Wonderful.
Here we
I
go.
say
Uh-huh.
we,
Yes?
as a whole group,
Mhm.
no splitting up, no fractures. We go as one. Onward to the obelisks. I have spoken. The rat
There we go.
king has spoken.
Okay, she
Hey,
looks at you
Arnold.
with a sigh. She says, if
There you
that is
go.
what you wish, then me and Senarind will honor your wishes because it is you that is at risk.
That is what I wish.
Perfect.
Famous last words.
Hey, rat.
Gore, can you
And
shutter me
reload.
for 1 second?
I can.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow, that took
So
so
she
long to
beckons
get there.
Senarind over. She says, Senarind, it has been decided. The afflicted one chooses to go to the obelisks.
Don't call me that, though. That's...
I'm sorry, Cyrano.
I don't like that.
Chooses to go to the obelisks, and as it is him that is so inflicted, I feel it is his decision to make. We put up our arguments for saving his soul and making sure that he does not turn into the vile, wicked, evil thing that he is certain to become, and they have chosen to take the risk and go to the obelisk. So that is what we must honor. Senarin kind of looks and he says, well, if that's what you want to do, I suppose we have no choice. But, I don't quite think that we want to venture down into those dangerous, nasty, rocky crags this late. Perhaps we should camp here the night and head forward in the morning.
I agree. And Britannica? I'll take first watch.
Oh,
Free frame credits.
Right. And he's a rat king now.
So funny.
Rat King. Okay. So yeah, you guys can like make a small campfire if you want to or not. It's up to you.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Not needed.
All right. What's that for?
I was just healing myself.
Okay. Yep. So, you know, I guess sort of like here against the edge of one of the cliff faces or whatever, you can make a campfire. Do you want a campfire, or do you guys not want to light a fire?
That's up to the mortals.
How cold is it?
Once it gets late at night, it's fairly chilly, but it's not unsurvivable.
Don't think so.
Yeah, we don't need one because we got 2 people who can see in the dark. Right?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about needing the light. I was thinking about the warmth side of things, but... Okay, so... Alright, so you guys can all, like, camp out however you want down here. Cyrano, where do you want to set up camp? I know this is the same map, but arguably it's going to be similar, so whatever.
Somewhere with a high vantage point.
Okay, top of a big rock
High
or something.
vantage point that is close by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. Everybody else wants to get some sleep, and Cyrano's going to watch. Okay. Alright, after about an hour of everybody sleeping, Cyrano, you notice Evie kind of tossing and turning a bit, and then she kind of gets up, looks around, and seeing you poised up on that rock, she comes carefully and very quietly snaking through everybody to find you.
Hello, Evie. Good evening.
She says,
Good evening. What?
how are you feeling?
Fine. Better than ever.
She says, do I really smell that bad?
Well, again, it wasn't. It's not your body that smells. It's your soul. I could smell into your soul, Evie.
I see.
You understand? I could smell so deeply into you.
So, tell
I
me
can
a little
sense
bit
your
about
soul.
yourself. I mean, what
Well, I'm a rat now,
motivates-
so that's new. But we'll start. I guess we'll start there.
I mean, prior to the rat thing, what motivates you? Why are you with this group of people?
You know, that's a funny thing. I don't know what motivates me. And I don't mean that in the sense that nothing does. I mean that something is motivating me that I cannot comprehend. I cannot understand.
That's what I've noticed, you see, because it's clear to me that Annie, being a paladin of Myrus, is out to do good as a goddess requires her to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Britannica, she's a force to be reckoned with for sure, but a very overbearing and kind of dominating sort of angelic figure, so that lines up. Alekma seems to have his own kind of motivations that clearly are along the natural kind, and I suppose that gods and things like that and the balance of nature is important, but you yourself, I mean, what did you do before becoming an avid adventurer with these
Kill
group
people.
of people? You did?
I did, yes. I was a hired assassin.
Oh, so you murdered for money.
I exterminated for money. Oh, I guess I
I
shouldn't say
see.
that word anymore, huh?
And how did that make you feel?
rich. They gave me money.
I see. So money is important to you, yes?
Well, to live off of course.
You do know that Senarind is very rich and very wealthy.
I look over at him because I can see perfectly.
Yeah, you can see him.
He doesn't look that rich or wealthy to me.
Well,
He's kind of
course not,
haggard, to be honest.
Because right now he's in enchanted clothing because most of his belongings were taken from him. But understand, he was traveling very light as it was. And he would be in a position to grant you great wealth and great favors. You see, we've been talking, and I know your friends want to go to the obelisk. But
As do I.
Senarind's business with his brother Aaron Sill is incredibly important, far more important than you realize. And he asked me to come and quietly talk to you and see if you can plead to your nature, as it were, to allow us to slink away from the rest of the group, take an item so that we can teleport back to you, save you from this wickedness, and then after that, everybody realize that we're all in this together. We can accomplish our task. He can come back with the shard and then quickly accompany you to wherever it is that you need to take the shard. This going to the obelisks, it puts you at risk, and it puts everything we're doing at risk. And for what? Because your nature friend somehow suddenly believes, for no reason at all, just out of nowhere, that these obelisks are needing to be seen? I mean, why was there no mention of these obelisks before when we were travelling? We'd all agreed we were going to see Aronsil, then these huge creatures come out of the ground, there's a huge battle, which we overcome, and then all of a sudden, he wants to slink off to these obelisks, out of nowhere. Seems rather absurd. We're scared that your friend has been tricked or is being corrupted by the same sort of wickedness that led poor Annie to, and yourself, to kill an innocent person. I mean, we would be more than happy to compensate you if you just turned a blind eye while we slunk away. After all, there's no harm in it, and we'd be helping you and able to save your friends.
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
Oh.
I was being facetious.
But why wouldn't you?
Because that's not what teamwork is.
But this is about sometimes the team has to work separately to achieve a goal.
Sure, and I think we all do that in a teamwork manner. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, as it were, and I think now that what they already suspect of me, if I were to let you two go, the suspicions are only going to get worse and put myself in a horrible position. I don't know what they're going to do to me.
What if I... And she kind of looks at you, she goes, like, shh, pulls out a sword, and she says, what if I pretended to bash you over the top of the head, and knock you unconscious? Then you could say it wasn't your fault.
But they wouldn't trust me to ever keep watching, and that's literally the point of me doing what I'm doing right now.
Alright, Okay, and she just belted you with that sword for 10 points of damage in her fake thing. What if I just bumped you on the head and she goes, shoo, and suddenly slashes at you with the first attack?
What the fuck?
And then she will slash at you a second time with the second attack, but miss.
Okay.
And then she screams, "This is for your own good!" And she starts hacking at you with the sword. What do you want to
So
do?
she's still going after. She's going after me.
Oh yeah.
my
She's
God.
flat out attacking you with her sword.
Okay, I'm gonna blink behind her and stab both my swords into her back.
Okay.
So as she swings to air, I'm just gonna go blink. She's gonna go and kind of stumble forward, and I'm just gonna drive both my swords into her.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you disappear and reappear directly behind her.
Yeah, and I'm using Patient Strike.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
And I'm putting all 10. I'm putting all 10 to make sure it hits her.
Okay, so you're putting all 10 on damage on your primary attack?
No, on to hit.
That's what I mean, on your primary to hit.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. There's the first.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
And that's the second.
And that will hit as well.
Okay.
I mean, she's not exactly heavily armored, so she's only wearing. So yeah, so you hit her for 7, but now you get your stabby stab.
Yeah, it's 8d6, so. Ooh, not bad.
30. Okay, 37. All right. Everybody is awoken by a loud and sudden scream. She falls to the ground, wincing in pain, throws her sword out to the side. She goes, I told you! He's attacking me! Stop him! Stop him, everybody! He's trying to kill me!
Oh my god.
Senaringe jumps up. Oh, it's happening! The wickedness has started! You must stop him at once!
Holy shit.
CyRATo, what on earth?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up, spear ready, go looking everywhere like what?
Yeah, I mean, so you guys basically, you can see CyRATo bloody dagger.
And I'm
She's
like,
laying on the
Okay,
floor
okay, I know how this looks, everyone. I know how this looks. I know how this
defenseless
looks.
against the rock, clutching her side as she's got huge slash marks. Ah, help me! Stop him!
What are you doing?
Okay, come on. Why? Okay, you stay down there. You don't move, or I will finish what I started.
She lays there and she's like looking
Okay.
absolutely terrified.
Good.
Please.
Don't let this harlequin sway you, everyone. She came over here, wanted me to let her escape. When I told her no, she started attacking me, so I defended myself.
But why would you lie like that? I came over here just to ask him how he felt. And I woke up, I couldn't sleep, I was so worried. And then he said, how did I feel? Oh, let me show you. And then he stabbed me! He just attacked me out of nowhere! He
CyRATo.
disappeared.
I'm
He was sitting there, and then he disappeared off the rock. I looked, and he was behind me. And then all of a sudden, I felt the pain as he started slashing and trying to stab
All
me
right.
from behind.
So I'm just gonna walk up to CyRATo. I'm gonna cast light on my spear. And oh, I didn't select myself. I'm lighting up my spear so I can frickin' see.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look CyRATo in the eyes and be like, she says you attacked her first. You say she attacked you first. Correct?
Yes?
So I'm gonna like stick the spear in the ground so it doesn't fall over.
Okay.
And CyRATo, I'm just gonna put my hands on your hair and just start like wrenching your
no,
head.
You didn't. Not on his hair.
Yeah.
No,
Touch.
no,
I
you
touch
didn't.
CyRATo's hair, and
Nice.
I want to do a heal check for injuries. I want to see if I see bruises or something. I'm gonna basically look at him, like observe his neck.
Yeah.
And
Ow!
Because she hit me right on the head with
Okay,
the
give
butt
me a
of
heal
her
check.
sword. It hurts.
all right.
Okay,
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically, like, off the top, you can see a little bit of tear in his tunic off of his shoulder, and you can see like a red graze where it looks like something like took the top layer of skin off.
Is there? Did it draw blood, or is it just like a tear in the clothing?
I mean, he's definitely injured and wounded, but I mean, it's a minor thing, but that's, you know, game mechanic wise, he's still got shitloads of hit points, so obviously it's not a serious wound.
Okay.
Yeah, get out! Stop! Just
Aha!
look right there! God.
Danica, Annie.
What?
Look.
What is it?
I'm gonna continuing
I'm
to
gonna
grab
yank him
CyRATo.
towards me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What is it?
Shank him over.
Okay. What is it?
I don't think he's the type who will whip himself. Look.
Yeah, you got 2 hit points for
And
that.
I'm the kind to have stabbed myself as she kind of lifts up her
No.
shirt.
Oh,
tunic,
I
and you
believe
can
you
see like the
stabbed-
serious stab marks.
In defense,
I believe what CyRATo did. He stabbed you. Why would he lie? He said it. But why would he be provoked into it?
He wasn't provoked. I
So he
told
just-
you. I asked him how he was feeling. I was concerned. And he was sitting there on the rock, and he said, "I'll show you." And he disappeared. And then he was behind me and just launched at me with his sword and dagger and just started hacking at me from behind. I don't know why he did what he did, other than the
So-
fact that this inflection has clearly started to cloud his mind. Maybe he doesn't even know he did it.
wait, Alekma, you said it wouldn't happen until he turned into a rat, right?
Yes, and also, during this story, Evie, at what point did you hurt him back?
I didn't. I don't know where that came from. I didn't do
Oh.
that. My
You
weapon was
fell on
knocked
the rock.
clear
I just
before I
tripped.
even had a chance. It's
I'm-
over there, laying on the
I've-
ground.
I'm sorry, Evie, but I've been with this gentleman for well over a month now,
Yes,
daily.
but before, could he see in the dark? Could he smell evil? And now he can do these things. And have I ever done anything wicked to you? I've done nothing but be
you
honest and
didn't-
help you.
You didn't let me finish. I was gonna say, in all that time, I haven't seen him stumble. Well, actually, that's not true. I did see him stumble, but he's always forthcoming about
I got
that.
caught on one rope in the very beginning of our journey, and that was it.
Perhaps that was a wound that he gained fighting those huge armored creatures. Did anybody examine him after that fight?
Sorry.
I mean, you know he's turning evil. You know this is happening. And yet,
That,
But
you're
not
going to
yet.
assume that he's telling the truth?
Annie.
1 second. I will cast a spell. Silence.
Fix it.
Are you casting silence?
Detecting evil.
Oh,
I
okay.
should cast silence. Detect evil
well, I mean,
on both of them.
Okay. She still registers nothing. Cyrano is starting to make you like feel a little queasy and sick to your stomach at this point. I mean, it's not real bad, but there is definitely some unpleasantness beginning to come from him. But she does not radiate evil like she hasn't done at all yet.
It's annoying. Okay. Well, Cyrano, you are a little sickly, but it's just the rat.
That's just the rat talking.
Yes.
So what? We're just gonna... all I can say is, if you're gonna continue to keep him in our company, which obviously you are, we don't need to let him be on watch.
Excuse me. She had just attacked me, everyone.
Yes, I think the
didn't
best
attack
plan,
you. I
actually.
came up and asked you how you felt, and the next thing you're behind me and stabbing me.
Here's the thing. When we get to the obelisk, we'll find out who did what. So until then, we're tying both of you up each night.
What?
That's the best plan. Until we know for
That's
sure.
the dumbest plan I've ever heard.
We don't know, Cyrano. We have to be careful, right? You do know that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Until
I
we
don't-
know.
I mean, I don't actually agree with that.
Yes.
Well, what else do you propose?
You don't need to
To
tie
listen
any
to
of us
me.
up. Just don't let him be on watch.
But I don't trust
somebody
you
else needs
either.
to be on watch and watch him.
I don't think Cyrano's going to do anything rash right now. It's just
I have never done anything to anyone.
All I'll
I'm
say,
with Cyrano on this one. I'm sorry.
yeah, this is all I'll say is, I have watched Cyrano in action many times. He's always been the careful sort. It doesn't make sense that he would attack you while on watch, while we're all sleeping.
Except he is now inflicted with a disease that is turning him evil.
We don't believe you is the thing.
And why?
Because he has a big old wound on his head.
And
And
where
he's
did
never
that
lied
come
to us
from?
before.
Again,
Well, that's
no,
not
he
true.
hasn't lied to you before, but he wasn't
Dude, no, you're
evil
not
then.
Oh, sorry.
He wasn't
I mean,
evil then.
Point in
Do you
fact,
not
just fucking.
understand? He's lying
Titanic has
to
lied
you.
to us
This
more than you.
wickedness is coming out.
You don't know that.
I know.
Look.
That if
Okay.
we don't trust, I don't trust either of you. So the best way is to make sure both of you can't hurt anybody.
Why don't you trust
I
me
understand.
now?
I understand and accept that.
Okay, then
If you
put your
feel
hands
you
out.
need to tie me up during the night, you can do so. I won't resist. But please just make sure he is tied up, kept way away from me, and somebody else watch over this group to make sure he doesn't do it again.
Absolutely. Okay, come here. Give me your hands.
She walks over and holds her hands out like,
Yeah, Britannica.
Shh. I'm
These
gonna
are
tie him
the
up.
these are the
You'll
two
pay.
Let
people
her do it.
I got it. I
you
got
can't
it.
imprison. I don't.
Oh, like, come on, just let
CyRATo, come on, over here. And I'm
He's
gonna
a
walk him
rogue,
just a
she's
little
a
farther
ranger.
away. Alekma, Mom said, both get tied up till we know who did it. CyRATo, come here. And I'm gonna walk him over to the side a little bit. And I'm gonna tie him, but I'm not gonna tie it very tight. I'm gonna leave it pretty loose, but I'm gonna look
Okay.
like I'm pulling it really tight and I'm gonna give him a little
Ooh,
wink.
ooh, ouch. Oh, too tight.
There you go.
Oh, too tight for my little wrists.
All done. Now nobody can hurt anyone.
okay.
Anyone else want to
to
start?
do that so hard.
Yeah, you didn't
Wanna
have to go
make
so
sure-
hard.
I want to make sure he's not going evil. He's not going to hurt anybody.
Oh,
Now
I'm not going
everybody's
anywhere
settled.
in these.
Everybody's
No,
settled.
no way.
Okay.
All right.
You don't
She
have to go that far.
goes and like sits back down next to center end, and she just kind of like looks at him and she's like,
Keep him away from me.
Yes. Fine.
It's high school.
Go to bed. All of you. I will stay up.
It's
I will
like
keep watch.
We're in a cafeteria and they're like, "Keep away from me, evil boy."
He's touching me. No, I'm not. I'm just. I got my fingers right here. My knife is just right here.
okay. So you're gonna take the rest of the watch?
Yes, I will take over.
Okay.
These can't be trusted.
All right. Okay. She's laying there and she keeps like, oh, the pain. Annie, is there anything you can do to help me?
I'm afraid I'm all out of spells till I sleep.
Lekma, what about you? Is there something you can do?
I lied.
Huh?
Did you just
Hello?
lie?
You saw the thing.
I only actually have cure minor wounds, so she gets a point healed.
Nice.
I'm not lying. That's all I actually have in my cures. I've used them both. So yeah.
You heal her?
All right, there's a
Sorry.
straw poll been cast.
And he lied.
And people are voting on whether inspiration for Cyrano the Rat King should.
Yay! The Rat King.
I love
The
it.
Rat King. You know the Rat King is technically a real thing, right?
Uh-huh.
In New York
Yeah.
City.
I've seen Hey Arnold.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, people are voting.
We're gonna need a Photoshop of that junk. So
As me as a rat king,
yes, obviously.
of course.
Well, if I remember right, in New York City, the rumor of a Rat King is basically where some rats all like get their tails tangled and become like a big ball of rats.
Oh.
And that's supposedly a real thing. I don't know if it's a real thing as in an urban legend or a real thing as it's been verified, but that's supposedly a thing. All right. Yeah,
Google.
I think
Very-
that pretty much is going to be unanimous. I mean, it's 16-1 right now. So,
One.
yeah, apparently someone doesn't like you.
Me.
But the good news is,
Were you the Roadrunner? Or?
you are worthy of inspiration. So,
Woo!
there, have an inspiration point.
Yes.
I use it to not be a were-rat anymore.
Hey, you might want it for the saving throw that goes with that.
Yeah.
Ew, it's real, guys. Don't Google Rat King.
Rat King is Chinese law. It might be.
I've seen there.
Yeah, there you
like
go. It's when
pictures
rats
of
get
it.
stuck together and form a ball. That's exactly what I was saying.
It's so
I'd heard about
gross.
someone apparently seeing a Rat King in New York City, and that was the thing. All right, okay.
Oh God.
So Britannica, you wish to watch over this motley group.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, neither. CyRATo, are you going to try to stab her and murder her again tonight, or?
No, I don't think so. I think
You let it go?
Well, maybe it wasn't me because everyone still doesn't trust me for whatever reason.
Okay.
I didn't tie you all the way.
And she doesn't try to do anything else this evening.
Of course.
So
yeah.
you guys will wake up the following morn with Evie and Senaren still in your party, with CyRATo still on the verge of ratness, rat greatness. And it's up to you guys. You may do what you wish on the morrow.
Just gonna
Off
get
to
up
the
and
obelisk.
get back
Okay,
on
so you
the
just want to
road.
like get everybody together and hike it down into the valley?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay. The best part of a day's journey is afoot of you. But towards late afternoon, early evening, I'm going to go ahead and populate this here. And get you guys what you need to be. It's the Wolof, it's the Wolof. Where are you making Evie and Senaren walk ahead of you guys, or behind you, or in the middle of the group? What are you doing with them?
Somewhere in the middle or in
Middle.
front of, I think, so we can keep an eye on them.
Okay. Okie dokie. All right. Yep. You're following the pathway. Eventually, the path is twisted and turned, and literally comes to a point at the base of what looks like a large, flat cliff face. It like abruptly stops at the edge of the cliff itself. There's open ground to the left, open ground to the right, but beyond that, the only other thing you can notice is several trees have been cut down and the wood removed. You can see stumps of trees like here and here, where at some point somebody cleared out a lot of the woodland around this area.
So are we going the right way?
I'll look over to Alekma.
Is this the... When you talked to Tristan, is this what he said?
I just give a half shrug, like, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, look, Ma, I need you to be a little more confident about this.
Well, usually I am, and I'm confident in what Tristan told me.
Okay.
But so much was happening, I didn't ask for specific directions. But I
Yeah.
trust.
Can you ask a rock or something how to get there? Maybe they'll know. They're related.
I mean, after a good night's rest, I'm assuming all of you would have recuperated
Yeah, the
your,
obelisk is my
your
uncle.
energies.
I mean,
It's my great uncle, but you know.
I didn't actually take the ability to communicate with plant life, and there isn't anything that says talk to
Oh.
rocks.
So the one thing that would have been helpful, you decided maybe not to.
Well, we don't know if that... It wasn't too helpful the last time we tried it.
Okay, well, which way do we go then?
We just
Oh,
continue
in the
this
morning,
direction, yeah?
in the morning, Evie is going to go up to Annie and ask her if she will help her with her pain and anguish from the vicious attack that she suffered at the hands of CyRATo.
Do I hear her do this? Am I aware of this?
I mean, she'll walk up and basically say, "Is there anything you can do now to help me with my wounds? Now you've slept?
She's trying to make you weaker. Don't waste your spells on her.
I'm
didn't
injured.
best
You
night's
did this
sleep.
to me."
I did do it to you. You deserved it.
It doesn't mean she has to be in pain forever.
She's probably not really in pain.
Again, she kind of like lifts up her tunic and you see the huge gash marks on their sides.
Okay, maybe she's in a little bit of pain. I gotta
Just let me
But
just
my point
heal
is,
her.
one,
Shit.
Okay. 13 points. Alright.
There you go, Evie.
It's a total of 14 points then. With the
What
one
about
that-
me?
Okay.
No one, huh? Nothing?
You slept. Aren't you good?
I don't make up half my hit points when I sleep. I feel a little better.
How much did she hit you for?
Well, I was also hit by
total
other
of 10.
monsters.
I can help you. How much do you need?
How
Here's
much do you
20.
need?
Like a top off?
Like 28?
This much.
No, like,
How
you know
many
what?
hit
It's
points
fine.
do you need?
It's fine. I'm fine.
Do you need the big band-aid or the little
I'm
tiny
fine.
like
Don't
circle
worry
one?
about it. I'm fine. I'm just saying, don't waste your powers on her. She's just making you weaker by doing so. And I don't know to what end. But that's what I suspect.
I do agree with him on that.
I already did it.
Yes, I'm aware.
Maybe consult us before we
All right, let's
start
just
popping off.
keep going, guys. I mean,
To where, Alekma? Where are we
east.
going?
There's
Okay,
still a path. We can,
go.
I'm gonna take the lead, Gore, and Go
Give
first
me a spot check. This is vision based, not smell based.
okay. Come on, skills. There we go. Spot check.
20. Okay. So
Dirty
as
20.
you are about to kind of begin to walk past and round the side of the cliff, as you get to here, you kind of notice a weird, strange glint. Like the light is not refracting properly against the side of the cliff. It's almost like there's a weird haze over just a small area in front of the cliff face.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up and take out one of my swords
Okay.
and just kind of poke at it.
Alright, when you poke with your sword, suddenly there's like a glowing shimmer, like there's shh, as if you like just stabbed your sword into a pool of water and there are ripples, but these ripples, instead of being water ripples, is like little glowing magical stars of light that just go shh
Oh.
when you hit the end, like when you hit it.
Does my sword like reflect off of it, or?
No, your sword kind of like went into it, but it felt like almost like you were dragging your sword in and out of like deep sand. Like it felt very kind of like a lot of resistance. But
Viscous?
I mean, yeah, viscous.
Okay. I'm
Right,
I'm gonna
all of
put
you
my-
that kind of saw him go up and poke with the sword will have seen the of light when he did it.
Hey guys?
What is that?
Yes.
I don't know. Is it something magical? Any of the magic people know what this is?
Shimmering light.
Uh-huh, yes, very, very good. I could
Okay.
I could have told you that.
It could be of a godly source.
illusion, maybe.
Well,
What?
it had a pull to it almost. It wasn't
Touch it.
just air. Me?
Yeah. What worse could happen to you?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe it'll cure me. So all right, I'm gonna sheath my sword and then just kind of take my hand and
Alright, so
Push
yeah,
through
you
it.
touch it. It feels kind of weirdly like tingly and staticky as you
Ooh.
touch it. You can press your hand into it, but again, it's like you're pushing your hand almost like, imagine you're like stuffing your hand into a huge big bowl of silly putty. Like,
if I push deeper, do I ever feel like it not be like that?
like you're like you reach in with your arm and like up to here, it still feels kind of weird and goopy.
Okay, I'm gonna take my arm out.
Okay, like,
Is there anything on it?
nope. No
Okay.
residue, no marks, no.
there's definitely some sort of resistance in there of some sort. I've never seen anything like it before.
All right, I am going to cast detect magic on it.
Okay.
Just focus for several seconds. Round.
Okay.
later.
It is radiating strong magic. And it is radiating. Let me see here.
mean, it's clearly not education because it would have blown up, right? It's a ward trap.
Yeah, that's what it is. Alrighty. And you're picking up strong conjuration magic from it.
Can I sweep the place in front of me? Like, it's not just this line. Does it, like, extend?
Nope. It seems to be coming from just a small circular area about probably about 8 by 8 directly in front of where CyRATo is standing.
Okay, and the rest of the surrounding area is a path we can walk around it, theoretically?
You could walk around the size of this huge cliff if you wish to, yeah.
Oh, but this is the entrance into something, right? Sorry, is this a cliff entrance?
I mean, it's a solid cliff. This is just a glowing thing, like, right there in front of the cliff. Like, in theory, there's nowhere to go. Unless this somehow goes somewhere.
Okay. Conjuration magic, huh? Okay. So I'm gonna stop concentrating and be like, Annie? It's I get a strong sense that it's of the school of conjuration. Like maybe
Interesting.
like a barrier to prevent entry.
But I got my arm enough through, easy enough.
We go through it?
Did you get to any other side, or were you still resisting?
I don't think so.
Why don't you try?
I'm not going in there.
What you got to lose? What Britannica said.
I still have some of a soul, I think, left.
I mean, it's on the plus side. It's
What about necktie go through? See what happens.
I don't want to risk it. But
Don't
as I
risk
was
it
gonna
for this.
say, it's strong magic. So maybe there's a way to cure CyRATo with whoever cast it.
Oh,
There
great.
we go.
I mean, if they can cast whatever this is.
So do we throw him in there, or what do we do?
Me?
Yeah.
Why would you throw me in there?
To cure you,
go
obviously.
No, the person who cast this, not
Well,
this.
maybe they're in there.
You are a lab rat now.
Technically, I am a lab rat now, yes.
Yes. Not a guinea pig, but just go ahead. We'll tie her here. Here's the rope that I had earlier. Tie you up.
Sounds
I'll
like
hold
an
on to this
episode.
end.
Sounds like Poltergeist.
You go on in
Go into the light,
and
Karen.
just tug if there's trouble.
All right, I'm gonna go in, Gore.
Nice.
All right. Okay.
Alright.
So he kind of
With
like
the rope?
moves and pushes himself in, and you see it kind of like go, and it kind of like wibbles as he disappears into it and vanishes.
It
Holding
wibbles.
Yep.
It wibbles.
Wibbles.
The rope do?
Wibbles.
The rope is still physically attached to him, so yeah, the rope
Okay.
is like just sitting there, going right through the center. What's everybody else doing?
I'm holding onto
Staring.
the rope. I'm just bracing.
Oh, I'll hold onto the rope with you too.
Well, you might want to. Someone needs to stay out for these two to come in too. And I'm going to push myself in, following CyRATo.
Okay.
Oh, so we're just going? Well, then why am I holding this thing?
Wizard? You
It's
be
fine.
next.
Let's go.
All right. So, are you going to push all of them through,
Yeah,
Yep.
and then you go last? I'm assuming.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me move all of
That
you.
was some scary stuff. We just went through it without testing.
Yeah. Okay. You're all dead. The end.
Thought we were testing it.
Okay.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
New campaign in the new year!
Oh, shit.
All right. Okay. Let me go ahead and put you guys where you belong. So you went in last.
Obelisk?
Let's see. Then CyRATo went first. We'll put him at the front, followed by Elekma, then Annie, then Evie, and then Senarind. Okay.
Those, what the fuck are those?
So you push through.
Oh my god!
And what you see after you emerge, they're acting the same way. But neither Evie nor Senarind look like they did before. In fact, they are kind of weird,
Oh my
almost
God.
strange, reptilian, odd-looking, semi-formless humanoids.
Yep, there you go.
Holy
There we fucking go.
Boy.
The Evie turns around to Britannica and says, "That felt entirely strange. It made my skin crawl."
Uh-huh.
And then she looks and says, "This must be the obelisks you were talking about."
So they can't see each other?
Well, maybe could they? Yeah.
Ooh, that's...
Well, at this point, it's like they've just come through. So
okay.
I'm kind of giving you guys a moment to choose how you wish to react.
Just be like, okay, let's go. Weird reptile creatures.
Oh shit!
I don't see it probably because I'm first.
I just went.
I mean, yeah, any of you that are
Forward.
ahead, like, are probably.
Yeah, I'm not looking
I mean,
back.
in fairness,
Shit, also
I would
only
say, in
Britannica?
honesty, probably only Britannica is really fully aware of this, because you guys, as soon as you come through, you're going to see these huge, big stones that have got hollows in with glowing red orbs. So that's probably going to draw your attention immediately to what's in front of you. And their voices sound exactly the same, so,
No.
yeah. So really, I
God.
guess the question is, not so much what are you going to do, as what is Britannica going to do?
So are they looking at me or they're not looking at me?
Well, the Senarind is looking at the obelisks.
Uh-huh.
The Evie has turned around to look at you. As she said, "That made me feel really strange. My skin kind of crawled."
All right, then I'm gonna go. The jig is up, and I'm gonna flash them both and then strike.
Okay,
my God.
so you're going to cast your flash for the day.
Jig is up.
All right, okay. Well, you know what? That's where we're going to leave it for today. That's right at just past time, so
Christmas
perfect
episode
time.
next.
The jig is up.
Merry Christmas.
So
The
there
jig
we
is
go.
Wow.
All righty.
Nice, Tess.
Good timing.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. When I'm not playing a tree-hugging druid on How Reroll, I'm Shagit. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagit, where I stream casually, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at @eneb_convos. How's that for laziest outro ever? My ass sass. See you guys.
Jane? Jane, what are you doing? You gotta record your outro. Jane? She's dead.
Hi, Jane's dead, but it's me, Jane's Spooky Ghost. You can follow me on my spooky adventures at Jane on Twitch with a 0. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later when you're dead. Please.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Snuggler. Oh man, is it my third campaign already? If you guys do want to follow me, I'm pretty active on Twitter at MattySweetTweet. And if this didn't scratch your D&D itch, Chris Tassix and I have a new podcast coming out. You can find out more information about that if you go to www.newcritsontheblock.com. Jane put it right there for everyone to see. We hope you guys go and check it out and enjoy it. Until next time.
Hi, friends and fans. It's me, Christy. Okay, that's good. I'm new and scared, like a lost little baby bear cub in the big spooky woods of streaming. But luckily, my mentors, Snugs and Jane, are here to guide me through with grace, and wisdom, and beauty, and muscles, and beauty again, but mostly muscles. Jane said I could promote my art and my D&D podcast. That's all I can say about that, because she also said that hogging the spotlight is selfish and ugly. So, thanks for everything, Snugs and Jane. This is Crispy, saying sayonara.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons and Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.